It's time to achieve unprecedented financial freedom and build lasting success with this 2-in-1 guide that will show you how. Learn how to combine the transformative power of thinking like a millionaire and setting up multiple low-risk passive income streams. Hello, this is Samuel Farron, and you are listening to Millionaire Mindset and Passive Income. Build wealth, attract prosperity, and achieve financial freedom with online business, entrepreneurship, real estate, stock market investing, dividends, and more. Provided to you by United Audiobooks. I hope you enjoy my audiobook. Now, let us begin. Introduction. If you pay attention to social media or follow influencers, you've probably heard someone mention the millionaire mindset. It's ingrained in the hustler culture. So, what exactly does it imply when someone mentions having a millionaire mindset or that you need one? Does everyone learn it on their own? It's not about earning $1 million that defines a millionaire mindset. It's not about your bank account, real estate, financial security, or living in a penthouse in New York. According to individuals who swear by it, having a millionaire mindset entails concentrating on changing your life, beginning with your perspective, and achieving the goals you've always wanted to realize. It's also not a simple task. Every day, you must promote intentional behaviors and ways of thinking. The idea is that millionaires reside in an environment of abundance that enables them to experience more achievement and self-confidence. You must first act as though you have already accomplished your goals to succeed. Your success then fuels additional success. The most crucial financial planning advice I can give to recent graduates making their first forays into adulthood is to have a millionaire mindset. This does not imply that achieving extreme wealth should be your life's ambition. However, adopting a millionaire mindset will help you create a strong financial foundation that will enable you to achieve your goals in life and become one of the millionaires. Let me explain what a millionaire is. According to original research, a millionaire has a net worth of $1 million. That sum would result in an annual income of about $30,000. That is in no way wealthy enough to lead a luxury lifestyle in the modern world, according to the results of the Global Wealth Study. You most likely know a few millionaires. They live with a millionaire mindset. Thus, it stands to reason that you don't view them as wealthy people. So, how can you develop a millionaire mindset? By taking the easy steps outlined in this book. Chapter 1. The Power of a Millionaire Mindset. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to be getting richer every day, while others are caught in a never-ending fight to make even a steady living, much less aim for the millions? Is it due to the difference in their commitment, knowledge, aptitudes, timeliness, work habits, contacts, karma, or their choice of jobs, organizations, or bets? It is none of the above. You can learn anything there is to know about marketing, negotiating, cashing in on sales, understanding exchange rates, selling information, selling real estate, selling agricultural products, and a wide range of other enterprises that trade value for money. However, suppose your financial strategy isn't set up for high levels of success. In that case, you won't ever have a lot of money, let alone become wealthy enough to be a millionaire, manifest wealth, or live a life of abundance. You should change your cash plan if your finances are not going as smoothly as you would want. Understanding the wealth mindset. The rich differ from the poor or even the middle class in various ways. I don't mean famous people who are extremely wealthy like Oprah Winfrey, Beyoncé, or Peyton Manning when I talk about the wealthy. I'm talking about the simple multimillionaire, a position that anyone with an income comparable to a physician may eventually attain with a respectable amount of effort, discipline, and preparation. Perhaps the most important difference between a doctor who will become wealthy versus one who will remain in poverty is the mindset. Simply put, the wealthy and those destined to become wealthy have 6 different ways of thinking from the bulk of their contemporaries. 1. The wealthy consider the future. More than anything else, people who are poor and will remain poor don't consider what their lives will be like in 20 or even 5 years. Worse yet, they're worrying about their lunch or Friday night plans. Rich people typically plan and begin contemplating their retirement when they are in their 20s and obtain their first paycheck. The wealthy are preparing their estates to determine how many generations they can make their fortune survive when the middle class starts thinking about retirement, usually in their mid-50s. Middle-class Mike buys a new car on credit when he needs to replace one because he didn't anticipate doing so. Rich Willie uses cash he has been saving for years to buy the car. Poor Peter considers the payment and how it relates to his income when determining if he can buy something. He thinks, how can I reduce my payment? Rich Rick asks himself, what is the cheapest way I can get this thing? If it must be purchased with credit, Rich Rick and Wealthy Willie work out ways to pay as little interest as possible or, at the very least, compare the interest rate to their anticipated investment returns. 2. The wealthy prioritize happiness and quality while making purchases. A wealthy person prioritizes quality over money when making a purchase. They have discovered that quality items are often less expensive in the long run because they will last longer owing to their higher craftsmanship, so it is not simply, if you have to ask, you can't afford it. More importantly, they have already decided how much money they should spend to make them happy. They save enough for and buy a nice car after deciding that a nice car will make them happier than a new boat, a trip, or retiring earlier. They enjoy every step of the process, including saving money and anticipating the purchase, making the purchase, and using the item without worrying about making more payments. Wealthy doctors do spend, but they do so deliberately. 3. Ownership mentality is a trait of the wealthy. On the whole, rich people prefer to be owners over employees. An employee's income is always limited to her wage, whereas the earning potential of a business owner is limitless. A business owner will never pay a worker more than she can make. If she did, there wouldn't be any money to be made. Owners of a business benefit when it performs extremely well. Owners suffer when it performs poorly. However, the employees also suffer since they will be fired. There is only a downside and no upside. Similarly, the wealthy want investments where they act as owners. This includes investing in their own companies and those of others, whether privately held or publicly traded, on the stock market. They also make real estate investments to gain from appreciation and rent collection, and growth. Instead of speculating, they invest and retain their money for years instead of days. If they invest, people with low incomes invest in bank accounts, CDs, and other comparable securities. 4. The wealthy prioritize helping others. A successful business owner is nearly always more concerned with her customers than her revenue. She is aware that if she adds worth to others, eventually, the money will take care of itself. Additionally, the marginal utility of increased revenue for the owner decreases noticeably at a given degree of success. If she keeps working, it will be because she enjoys doing good deeds and creating worthwhile things. It isn't about getting paid every other Friday, and focusing on the needs of others leads to greater success. 5. The rich put themselves in a risk-taking position. While it is true that the wealthy are often much more willing to take major risks in their jobs and with their investments than those in the poor or middle class, they are also professionals at positioning themselves in such a way that they can afford to take that risk. They avoid consumer debt, such as credit card and auto loan debt. They reduced their student debt and paid it off more quickly than their contemporaries. They can continuously have money available for new investments since they live on a little portion of their income. Through strategic expenditure and debt reduction, they reduce their fixed ongoing expenses. They retain enough money to secure assets to start a business, care for a family emergency, or lose their work without dipping into their retirement funds or long-term investments. Additionally, they know their value in the industry and are working to advance their knowledge and abilities so that their clients and employees will value them more each year. Success begets confidence, which in turn breeds even more confidence. In many ways, people who are meant to be successful can bring themselves to prosperity via the power of concentration. 6. The rich receive financial education. The wealthy acquire a command of financial and investment language. It doesn't follow that the wealthy don't consult with financial, accounting, or legal professionals. They know that if you can't even communicate in their language, having a meaningful dialogue with a financial professional is impossible. To the wealthy, concepts like inflation, depreciation, deductions, Roth IRAs, long-term capital gains, and others are everyday words. Still, to the majority of Americans, they could just as easily be Chinese words. The wealthy teach their children this language, giving them a competitive edge in school and their careers. Everyone has the opportunity to acquire these habits and skills, which is a fantastic thing. While there is a lot of wealth inequality in our culture, and there are outside influences, you have complete control over a portion of your financial success. By adopting a millionaire mindset, you can attain your financial goals. How your mindset shapes your financial future. Your mindset, rather than your income level, financial plan, or investing strategy, is the most crucial element of your financial life. No amount of planning or action can change your current financial condition if you don't have the appropriate mindset. A terrible financial life can result from having a negative outlook on money, money management, and financial planning. Though having a more upbeat outlook makes you more likely to take the required steps to make your goals a reality, it doesn't necessarily indicate that wonderful things will happen overnight. What are you prepared to give up now to achieve your future goals? Are you prepared to give up your time with friends on the weekends to work a second job to pay off debt and start saving money for the future? If it puts you in a better financial position for the future, are you willing to trade in your present vehicle for a cheaper one? Positivity in your financial outlook encourages effective conduct and a healthy relationship with money. Achieving a sound financial outlook is similar to going to the gym. How many people make resolutions to lose weight or improve each January? How often do they fail to improve? Are you also guilty of this? Imagine the country's gyms opening up once more. People will flock to their neighborhood gyms to revert to who they were before the quarantine, much like the White Walkers flocked to Winterfell. A few weeks into their mission, they'll abruptly vanish from the gyms, exactly like the White Walkers in the entire plot of Game of Thrones' 8th season. Why do so many individuals set goals but never accomplish them? The simple answer is their mindset. When setting goals, most people tend to be too general, significantly reducing their chance of achievement. Goals that lack clarity and can't be measured or tracked include wanting to look beautiful in a bathing suit, reduce weight, get out of debt, or have more money. As a result, the likelihood that such goals will be achieved is minimal. How do you know what to do to lose weight if you tell yourself you want to lose weight but don't specify how many pounds you want to shed or even know your current weight? As an alternative, resolve to lose a certain amount of weight, such as 10 pounds in 10 weeks. Because you have a clear objective, you can track your progress and adjust as required to stay on course, greatly increasing your chances of success. The same is true of your financial situation. How will you ever attain your goals if you don't sit down and make plans for each one, such as retiring comfortably or paying off debt? If getting out of debt is your objective, you should calculate how much debt you now have, how much of your monthly income goes toward paying it off, and how much additional income you would need to generate to pay off your debt in the preferred time frame. Determine your retirement date, select how much income you'd like to have in retirement, and then calculate how much money you'll need to invest to provide a realistic retirement income if you want a pleasant retirement. I compare economics and fitness because these are two areas of life where cheating is not an option. Being truthful with yourself is crucial to having a sound financial outlook. We're all emotional, impulsive, and messy from time to time, so creating an excessively rigorous budget that won't allow for the occasional impulse will undermine your efforts to better your financial situation. Tight financial constraints can force you to stop adhering to your budget or give up totally, just like an extremely restrictive diet can result in stronger desires to deviate from the meal plan. Feeling starved might make you despise your efforts and behave irrationally. A critical component of having a positive financial outlook is being aware of your impulsive vices and developing a plan to control them healthily while rewarding yourself sometimes. There is nothing wrong with treating yourself while you continue focusing on your financial wellness. While there are some things you can't control, such as when the market declines, you can control your outlook and the method you rely on to decide what's best for your future. In the early stages of your financial journey, it's crucial to stay the course and keep your attention on the favorable results of your goals. Determine the steps to maintain your motivation for the ensuing 1, 5, 10, or even 20 years. Your target will always shift, but if you stay motivated and remember your ultimate goal, you can continue heading in the right direction. Some people create vision boards or goal charts to remind themselves of their goals, but you should do whatever motivates you the most naturally and successfully. Remember that you can become financially free by changing your thinking and committing to being accountable for your goals and success. When you are clear on your financial objectives, you should think about finding a financial counselor to keep you inspired and informed. While we are occasionally self-motivated, most of us require some form of outside inspiration, especially when we are at our lowest. Even if nothing else, employing a financial counselor will help you stay committed to the spending and saving habits that will ensure your success over the long term. Chapter 2. The Secrets of Wealthy Individuals. It's probably true that the wealthy seem to possess financial knowledge that the rest of us do not, despite appearances to the contrary. The Federal Reserve believes there must be a cause for the fact that the richest 1% of people today hold more than 30% of the world's wealth. The secrets of wealth accumulation may be known only to the wealthy, but this does not obligate them to keep their knowledge hidden. Everyone wants to be rich, but few people are aware of how to get it. Contrary to popular belief, you don't need a lot of money to start on the path to wealth, and many of the world's wealthiest individuals had really humble beginnings. So what is their trade secret? It all relies on how you manage your finances. Business owners have a greater degree of control over their income than the majority of people. This shows that if you manage your money well, you can amass wealth. Making as much money as you can is vital, but so is understanding how to save and invest it wisely. Strategies for accumulating and managing wealth. Over time, minor purchases and financial choices could appear unimportant. The price difference between a medium and large coffee won't affect your retirement age. In actuality, though, the response is more complicated than a simple yes or no. On the one hand, a single cup of coffee cannot change your life's path. But what if you consistently choose the larger cup of coffee? A significant sum of money results from multiplying that extra dollar by 365 days in a year. This sum could impact your long-term financial picture. Creating riches is not a significant event or choice. For most people, money results from deliberate decision-making and attentive expenditure. Your frequent purchasing decisions are the ideal place to start if you want to start boosting your wealth and improve your financial outlook. Here are 7 tactics that will help you in reaching your goals. 1. It's best to get started with savings right away. Whether you invest in a savings account or a retirement fund, interest accumulates over time. Early in their careers, the majority of people don't have much extra cash, yet even small saves can add up over time. If you're really strapped for cash, put away $10 or $25 at a time, the cost of a movie ticket or a dinner at a restaurant. You'll gradually build up your savings, start earning interest, and also form the habit of saving money. 2. Benefit from 401k matching. If your business matches your 401k contributions, utilizing the matching funds as early and as often as possible is in your best financial interest. Matching contributions are the sums your employer will contribute to your 401k in addition to your own. If your employer, for instance, offers a 5% matching contribution to your 401k, it means that, assuming you fulfill the requirements for your personal contribution, they will also make 5% to your retirement account. Too many workers miss out on the chance to use this free money. If you make $50,000, for instance, a 5% match from your employer might offer you an extra $2,500 in profits each year, all of which could go into a tax-deferred retirement account. 3. Have no faith in your capacity to stick to a budget. Long-term savings plans are simple to set up, but some consumers have trouble getting the money into their savings account. Do yourself a favor and resist the temptation to blow the money you've saved. Create an automatic savings contribution schedule and pay your monthly savings like any other obligation. You'll eventually stop remembering how much money you saved, and the habit will take hold. However, you may relax knowing you follow your strategy if you keep automating your saves. 4. Use a money management application to keep track of every purchase. Do you know where your money is going? If you don't, you could be surprised by how much you're paying for coffee or streaming services. You can review your spending habits and make the required corrections to enhance your money management abilities by using tools that connect to your bank accounts. Find a tool for managing your finances and start using it to assess your weekly and monthly spending patterns. Find opportunities to make wiser choices and create routines that lower your monthly spending and increase your saving capacity. 5. Increase your savings, not expenditures, as you earn more money. Refrain from starting to spend more as your take-home cash rises as a result of your employer's wage increases. Instead, increase your monthly savings with that extra money. It's acceptable to occasionally give yourself a little additional spending money, but use pay increases to improve your investing and saving efforts instead. Once your needs have been met, you can increase your spending. 6. Constantly consider your future financial objective. A long-term approach involves saving. Along the road, you'll focus on several other savings goals, like purchasing a home, establishing an emergency fund, and even covering your kids' college expenses. No matter where life takes you, ensure you aren't letting your financial situation go to waste by using your savings techniques to advance to the next goal. Nobody can ever forecast how their requirements or financial goals change over time. Even if you feel financially secure, continuing to save will widen your financial safety net and position you to achieve new goals as they emerge. Even though their money is in excellent shape, many rich people constantly work toward saving goals. It only shows you that you're never too wealthy to stop saving. 7. Whenever possible, stay debt-free. Some debts need to be incurred to achieve financial objectives. You probably won't buy a home without getting a mortgage unless you hit the jackpot. But generally speaking, if you're serious about becoming a wise saver, you should avoid taking on debt. Use your savings to purchase your automobile in cash rather than getting a loan. The same applies to any other significant purchases you might make. Credit cards are a great financial instrument, but only use them if you're confident you can pay the full sum each month. Otherwise, you risk falling into a significant, expensive financial hole. Building wealth is a procedure that takes time. To create long-term financial security, one must be persistent and patient and practice good saving habits. Your consistency will be rewarded if you make financially sensible daily decisions. Setting goals and building a roadmap to success. Setting goals is crucial for expanding your business. Goals provide focus, drive, and a precise way to gauge your progress. The same idea applies to making objectives for your personal life, even if this part focuses on setting goals for your business. You could find it challenging to stay focused and comprehend the big picture without goals and a strategy for tracking them. In order to get from where you are now to where you want to be, setting goals might help you map out a path. The following advice will assist you in setting goals for your dealership, focusing on your objectives, and starting to carry out your strategy. 1. Begin with your dream. The first step in defining goals is to consider all of your aspirations. These dreams don't need to be based in reality at this stage, so don't restrict your thinking to possibilities. Now is the moment to consider every possibility without regard to any limitations. Start by writing out your goals for the next year, 5 years, and 10 years on a piece of paper. Without worrying about how you will get there, list all of the potential outcomes, big and small. 2. Create a list of potential outcomes. It's time to hold a brainstorming session to bring any concepts that may still be hidden in your subconscious after identifying your most vivid dreams. You can utilize whatever brainstorming technique that works best for you. Here are a few brainstorming techniques to attempt if you run into trouble. Brain dump. Allow your thoughts to run wild and jot down whatever comes to mind, regardless of whether it makes sense. Making a list. Concentrate on one important idea at a time and make an overview of all the potential goals that might be included in each larger notion. Mind mapping. Begin with a single concept and use words and images to map related concepts. 3. Sort the choices. Putting all of your dreams and ideas from steps 1 and 2 down on paper and making sense of them is the next stage. Sorting your thoughts into a few categories based on metrics that are significant to you is helpful. You may, for instance, categorize your thoughts depending on your priorities and rank them according to their significance to you. The attainability, time commitment needed, financial impact, and acceptability of your ideas could all be categorized. The method you use to generate categories for your ideas is more significant than the categories themselves. You might be shocked by how much overlap exists if you group your ideas and create useful categories. Once you've finished this stage, you can discover recurring themes that keep popping up. Pinpointing your most critical goals can tell you're on the correct track. 4. Make a plan. After completing step 3, you should be able to identify 1 or 2 business objectives you want to pay particular attention to. If not, return to step 3 and reopen the brainstorming process. Your action plan should specify the exact steps you must take while continuously considering why the goal is important to you and what it will mean to you if it is achieved. The term SMART goal setting refers to a planning procedure that assesses 5 unique factors to assess a goal's feasibility. It's a well-defined procedure that turns your goals from a general notion into reality. Many other terminologies have been associated with the SMART acronym, but the breakdown that best describes corporate goal setting is provided here. S for specific. You might only have a broad idea of what you want to accomplish when you start setting objectives. However, you must be clear about your aim as you proceed through the procedure, though. A specific goal should outline what you hope to accomplish, why it is significant, and how you intend on going about it. M for measurable. You must confidently say whether you succeeded in accomplishing your goal. To accomplish this, you must devise a method for tracking your progress and outcome. A measurable goal should have a plan with goals and checkpoints that you can use to gauge your progress throughout the process and should make it evident when the task has been done. A for achievable. Business goals might often challenge and pull you out of your comfort zone. You can set yourself up for failure if your goal and action plan are unrealistic. A realistic goal should have a strategy that divides it into smaller, more achievable tasks that can be completed within your allocated time frame. This plan should also be practical. R for relevant. The possibility of attaining a corporate goal will often depend on its relevance. Goals that do not take into account all of the other elements that have an impact on your business, both directly and indirectly, are often impossible to achieve. Ultimately, a goal should make sense concerning your company's business strategy, mission statement, market, and clientele. T for time-bound. Business goals must have a time constraint. They cannot be open-ended. A deadline might also instill a sense of urgency that will inspire you. Your goal should specify a length of time and a precise time frame for each step in the process to be considered time-based. Creating goals is a continuous process. You must frequently assess your development. Throughout the year, goals might need to be modified. As time passes, circumstances can force you to reorder your goals in light of the market, legislative changes, and other factors that might impact your dealership. Setting goals is similar to planning a trip's itinerary. Your ambitions map out your success. Without goals, you respond to situations as they arise and follow their lead. Avoid getting lost on the way. If you follow the roadmap you make with your goals in mind, you will be far more likely to arrive at your destination. Building multiple streams of income. Making a wealth-building strategy is a component of coming up with ideas for many sources of income. Your strategy should be built on a combination of what I would refer to as the 4 pillars of wealth building, which include minimizing your spending, debt, living expenses, etc., making a healthy budget, increasing your income, and maximizing the use of your money. By increasing your income, you may save, invest, and settle your debts more quickly. It can significantly shorten your time to reach your financial objectives, more than if your only goal was to lower your spending. Let's discuss many ideas for income sources that can boost your income and quicken the process of developing money. Top 3 methods for generating several streams of income. Active income, passive income, and portfolio income are the 3 strategies to generate various types of revenue. There are various levels of effort required for each. Similar to diversifying your investments, you want to do the same with your income sources. Now, let's discuss each of these 3 methods for generating cash. 1. Active sources of income. Active income is the income you get through providing a service or exchanging your time for money. Active income is the cash you make from working each day for an employer or running a business. This is so that you can earn money by exchanging your time and services for it. Naturally, active income requires more time to develop when compared to other income streams. Your salary, commissions, bonuses, and tips are specific instances of active income. You can boost your earned income through active income streams by taking on part-time work, starting a side hustle, raising your rates, or finding better paid employment. 2. Passive sources of income. Passive income is the income your assets generate for you without requiring you to exchange your labor, i.e., you are not actively involved. It often has to do with business or real estate. You can develop many passive income streams by including a passive component in your business, using affiliate marketing, buying real estate, etc. When it comes to passive income, there are numerous sources of inspiration. It's best to have more. 3. Portfolio sources of income. The income you receive from your investments is known as portfolio income. Portfolio income, for instance, is the cash you receive when you sell assets in your stock portfolio at a profit. Interest, capital gains, and dividend income are more specific types of portfolio income. By purchasing firm stocks, bonds, and various stock market funds, you can boost the revenue streams from your investment portfolio. Do this to increase your investments over time and generate portfolio income. Chapter 3. Proven Techniques for Financial Freedom. Asking a group of people to define financial freedom, you will likely get a dozen different responses. Some define financial freedom as having enough monthly income to cover their expenses and a completely funded emergency fund. Some people might prefer to retire early and take long trips. Spending time thinking about your priorities and being honest with yourself is crucial. Whatever your definition of financial freedom may be, here are some steps you can take to realize your future goals. Saving and budgeting. Most people require a means of tracking their monthly financial activities. A budget can provide you with a sense of financial control and make saving money for your goals easier. Finding a financial tracking system that works for you is the trick. The following steps can help you make a budget. 1. Determine your net income. An effective budget is built on your net income as its main component. Take-home pay is the total of your salary or income minus taxes and any perks provided by your employer, such as retirement plans and health insurance. If you concentrate on your gross salary rather than your net pay, you can overspend since you think you'll have more money available than you actually have. If you're a freelancer, gig worker, contractor, or self-employed, keep meticulous records of your contracts and compensation to help manage unpredictable revenue. 2. Track your spending. Determining where your money is going comes after determining how much you have coming in. You can find out what you spend the most on and where it would be easiest to cut costs by tracking and classifying your expenses. List your fixed expenses first. These are typically monthly expenses like utility and car payments, rent or mortgage payments, etc. Next, list your variable expenses, which include groceries, gas, and entertainment, which could differ from month to month. You might discover opportunities to make savings in this region. Since credit card and bank statements often itemize or group your monthly expenses, they are good places to start. You should utilize whatever is available to keep track of your everyday spending, including a smartphone app, a pen and paper, or online budgeting spreadsheets or templates. 3. Set sensible goals. List your short and long-term financial goals before sorting through your gathered data. Short-term goals, which can be achieved in 1 to 3 years, might include creating an emergency fund or reducing credit card debt. Long-term goals like retirement planning or funding your child's school may take decades. Even if your goals can vary, being aware of them helps motivate you to stick to your budget. For instance, it might be easier to reduce spending if you know you're saving for a vacation. 4. Create a plan. Where everything comes together is the distinction between what you spend and what you aspire to spend. To forecast your expenditures over the upcoming several months, use the variable and fixed expenses you have established. Then contrast that with your priorities and net income. Consider establishing explicit, attainable spending caps for every expense category. You might divide your expenditure into requirements and wants to split it further. Gasoline, for instance, is considered a need if you drive to work every day. However, a monthly music subscription might be considered a want. This distinction becomes crucial when determining how to reroute money toward your financial objectives. Step 5. Modify your expenses to be within your means. You can make any necessary changes so that you don't overspend and have money to put toward your goals after documenting your income and spending. Your wants should be the first area where you make cuts. Is it possible to see a movie at home instead of at the theater? If you've already changed how much you spend on wants, pay close attention to how much you spend each month on payments. Upon closer examination, a need may only be hard to part with. Consider modifying your fixed expenses if your calculations still don't make sense. Can you, for instance, save more money on homeowners or auto insurance by shopping around? Such decisions include significant trade-offs, so carefully weigh your options. Keep in mind that even a tiny amount of savings might grow to be large. Making gradual changes can result in a surprisingly large sum of extra money. Step 6. Consistently review your budget. Once your budget is established, checking your spending regularly is crucial to ensure you are still on track. Your budget's components are not fixed in stone. Your expenses can change, you might get a raise, or you might attain a goal and want to plan for a new one. Whatever the reason, practice routinely reviewing your budget using the above procedures. Debt management, breaking free from financial constraints. You've already moved in the correct path if you're looking for a better approach to managing your debt to eliminate most or all. A mortgage can help you realize the goal of owning a home and may even help you generate wealth if your home increases in value as you prepare to move forward. But having too much or improper debt, like high-interest credit card debt, might make it difficult to achieve other financial goals. You might wish to consider these 7 actions to manage your debt better. 1. Take stock of your finances. Priorities first. Make a note of every debt that is still owed to you. Include the interest rates for each to identify which cost you the most. 2. Examine your credit history. 1 or more credit reporting companies should send you a free copy of your credit report. This will help you ensure you haven't overlooked any unpaid debts. Additionally, it's usually a good idea to check that there aren't any accounts you aren't familiar with. If you want to know your credit score, ask your credit card provider or bank if they can provide you with the information free of charge. 3. Keep an eye out for opportunities to merge. Can you combine many loans with high interest rates into one with a lower interest rate? Are any low-interest personal loans available for you to take out to pay off high-interest credit card balances? Before consolidating or refinancing any student loans, you should carefully examine your eligibility for federal loan forgiveness programs because consolidation or refinancing of loans may affect it. 4. Be truthful about your purchases. It's important to look at your monthly expenses honestly if your debt feels overwhelming. Are there any expenses you could reduce or go without? Limiting the new debt you take on is a part of debt reduction. 5. Calculate the amount you must pay. After consolidating, calculate your monthly payment obligation by noting the minimum payments due and adding the amount to your budget. If the sum exceeds your budget, you might need to consult lenders to set up alternative conditions. 6. Determine how much more money you can set aside. Determine how much extra money from your budget you can set aside for debt reduction once you know the monthly baseline amount you must pay towards your debts. Hopefully, the expenses you cut will give you some extra cash to invest toward your goal. 7. Choose your debt reduction plan. How you approach your debt is up to you. The 2 most common approaches are paying down balances with the highest interest rates first, or paying off balances with the lowest interest rates first. The latter can help you maintain momentum and perceive progress, while the former will save you more money in the long run. In either case, you're moving in the right direction, so don't budge from it. Investing wisely. Many Americans seek ways to increase the money they put into their savings and investments when inflation is still a problem and the likelihood of a recession is high. Increasing your income and decreasing your spending are 2 important ways. These tips can help you increase savings, lower debt, increase income, and make good investments, whether you're a young adult ready to establish a retirement fund, a senior citizen living on a fixed income, or a 50-something adult ready to pay off your mortgage. 1. Start with yourself. Instead of saving the remainder of your monthly money, save some as soon as you receive it. Establishing automatic bank account transfers to a savings or investment account is one approach to prioritize paying yourself. 2. Put money aside for emergencies. A strong financial strategy is built on an emergency savings account. Generally speaking, you should have 4 to 7 months' worth of expenses and savings. Move those funds to different savings accounts if you tend to withdraw money from your savings when you shouldn't, so that they won't be gone when you need them. 3. Do your homework. It's imperative to conduct research before investing to be completely aware of the risks and potential benefits. Before investing money, ensure you know the terms, conditions, and fees. Learn about the market you intend to invest in so that you can appropriately evaluate any prospective chances. 4. Increase portfolio diversity. Putting all your eggs in one basket is risky because doing so could result in substantial losses if a particular stock or industry underperforms. Try diversifying your portfolio by investing in asset classes like equities and bonds or industry areas like technology and healthcare. While allowing for potential benefits from other asset classes or sectors, diversification will reduce risk. 5. Recognize your risk tolerance. Your risk tolerance level should be considered when determining how much money to invest in a certain asset class or industry. Do you feel confident taking chances that could result in greater rewards? Or do you favor more cautious investment strategies? Knowing where you are on the risk spectrum is crucial when deciding how much money should be allocated to different assets. You must invest with a plan to ensure your money increases over time. Do your research before investing to be completely aware of any risks involved. Spread your investments among various assets to diversify your portfolio while keeping an eye on risk levels within your comfort range. The best way to invest money properly is to maximize gains while limiting losses to create a stable financial future for yourself or your company. I hope you are enjoying my audiobook so far. It would be a pleasure if you could let me know how you are feeling about this audiobook in the comments section below. We would greatly appreciate it if you could also like this video and subscribe to United Audiobooks to have access to more best-selling audiobooks in the future. Also, please, if you are interested in getting more free audiobooks, please click the first link in the description below. Now, let us carry on with the next chapter. Chapter 4. Habits of the Wealthy. Although wealth can be inherited or rarely gained by chance, many wealthy people began with a small nest egg and intentionally grew their wealth. The good news is that we can use many of these tactics, regardless of how much wealth we start with. They have used various strategies to save, invest, and build money. Successful people credit their habits as being the key to their success. This is why lists showcasing these habits of highly successful people are so prevalent. Accessing these lists can then motivate you to adopt these routines in your own life. The number of successful people who use habits to manage various elements of their lives and achieve success is more important than the habit itself. The art of long-term thinking. The secret is to think long-term genuinely. This is true whether you're trying to form a new, positive habit, break an old one, or pursue your aspirations. Yes, it makes sense. Clichés like patience is a virtue and slow and steady wins the race was part of our upbringing. But somewhere along the way, we forgot about those teachings. I believe it occurred around the time that high-speed internet became a reality. Our society has evolved into one that seeks out, no, demands, immediate pleasure. Everything that we desire, we want right now. We're constantly seeking methods to streamline our lives. The truth is that you can't genuinely cheat your way to success. There are no fast cuts when forming a new habit or mastering a new skill. Sure, there are many fake ones. Many people assert that they have the formula for quick success. Even better, they'll provide that information to you in exchange for just 4 installments of $99.99. However, when it comes down to it, success that lasts a lifetime can only be found by thinking strategically. Now the question is, how does a culture that has gotten fixated on quick satisfaction shift gears and rediscover the value of thinking long-term? A few of my ideas might be helpful. Let's investigate them, shall we? Don't just state your goals. Also state your driving forces. Ask why often and with specificity until you identify the one item that will provide you with the required drive. Just get ideas from your favorite toddler. For instance, if your objective is to exercise daily, your initial reaction to the question, why, might be, because I want to be healthier. Why? Why do you wish to improve your health? The response can be, because I want to live longer. I want to watch my kids grow up, So that's why. Why? I promised them that I would always be there for them for as long as possible, and I adore them. This is what drives you. Not just a generic, I want to be healthier, but also love and a promise you made to your children. Reason logically. In a study, realists reported feeling a greater sense of long-term well-being than optimists, particularly regarding decisions on employment, savings, and any choice involving risk and uncertainty. However, they made sure to note that negative thinking should not take place of good thinking. Additionally, pessimists performed poorly compared to realists, undercutting the notion that low expectations can prevent disappointment and lead to contentment. Finding a happy balance between thinking positively and realistically is, in my opinion, the key to success. Maybe have realistic goals, but have faith in your ability to achieve them. Set goals and create a plan. Short-term goals are undoubtedly stepping stones to success that long-term thinking paves. That holds for both changing your habits and realizing your dreams. Let's return to the daily exercise habit we're trying to establish. If you haven't exercised, jumping directly into an aggressive hour-long regimen after years of inactivity is a definite way to fail. Instead, make more small goals. In the first week, exercise for 15 minutes each day. In the second week, exercise for 30 minutes each day. You can also do this for your dreams. Set a lot of minor goals along the way, instead of just the final one. Decide to set one for each month, week, or day. You'll need those tiny, reachable goals for the next action. Build on your success. Staging your goals can be helpful in this situation. The excitement and momentum you have after achieving a small goal can be used to propel yourself toward the next one, then the next, and so on. You can feel good about yourself even if you only accomplish a small goal. Track your development. The more frequently you check in on your progress toward a goal, the more likely you will succeed. Researchers discovered that monitoring is helpful, even periodically checking in with yourself. However, they also discovered that tracking progress had an even higher impact when information was physically documented or made public. Think about creating or purchasing a journal to record your improvement. Enjoy the journey if you're on one, or permit yourself to embark on a new one. Developing a new habit and chasing your aspirations shouldn't make you miserable. Look for the fun along the way. Make it if you can't find it. If you cannot accomplish that, ask yourself if this is the habit or the goal you want to pursue. I'm not advocating quitting when things are difficult, in no way. But giving up is okay when you understand that what you're after isn't something you want to capture. Changing your goals or strategy for forming a healthy new habit is acceptable. Keep in mind that great things take time. Success will be yours if you change your perspective to emphasize long-term planning rather than seeking immediate gratification. Although it can take longer, great things do indeed take time. Expanding your knowledge to stay ahead. Knowledge, they say, is power. Consider this. Your present mentors and the senior leaders you often engage with at work probably have a deep understanding of the goods and services offered by your company and their line of work, and they might even stay current with general business news. The most successful people in the world discover methods to apply learning to their regular jobs. Effective information acquisition is a skill in and of itself. It typically determines access to opportunities and growth in the job and is the key to unlocking doors that would otherwise be locked. There are many reasons why knowledge is vital. Learning new things helps us think more critically about problems from various angles and hone our thinking and problem-solving skills. We can live more easily and productively with the soft skills necessary to deal with difficult circumstances. This can result in immediate leadership possibilities at work. Let's talk about leveraging your existing knowledge to look for new chances in your personal and professional life. 1. Look at social media. If you regularly use social media, you probably already know how many smart people use it to share knowledge. Investigate internet forums that can teach you more about your selected subject. There is much to learn, whether by reading a Reddit rant about data science, watching TikToks on leadership, or joining a Facebook group to learn more about carpentry. Start by asking your coworkers what social media platforms they've used in the past if the subject you want to learn more about is related to your line of work. If unsure, a quick Google search should bring up several virtual organizations you may check out. 2. Peruse news sources. An excellent approach to remaining current on fresh and important information in your area of interest is to subscribe to newsletters. It's easy. When you subscribe to a fantastic newsletter, a selection of well-picked information is sent to your inbox. Thanks to newsletters, you may spend more time learning and looking less. For instance, many well-known email newsletters have excellent suggestions, tools, and examples to improve your writing skills. 3. Listen to podcasts. A great approach to consuming a lot of knowledge quickly and easily is through podcasts. Podcasts often combine teaching and entertainment. Experts in our fields of interest can provide us with the most recent information we can take wherever we go. The benefit of multitasking while listening is great. Playing a podcast in the background can make driving, dinner preparation sessions, or folding laundry tasks more productive. 4. Utilize microlearning. A technique known as microlearning divides difficult topics into manageable chunks that may be offered to learners at their convenience. Microlearning is a fantastic approach for anyone wishing to increase their knowledge at a time and location that works with their schedule in this age of busy lives and short attention spans. Instead of feeling overloaded, reduce your cognitive overload by acquiring digestible information. 5. Network with professionals. Talk to the finest of the best and put yourself out there. There are probably many professionals in the area you are learning about who would be happy to share some of their knowledge. Try networking on LinkedIn or attending a live or virtual conference if you don't know anyone. You can ask questions like, what measures would you advise someone just entering the sector to take to learn new abilities and information? What tools should I get if I wish to improve this skill? Before each conversation, list questions to help you feel prepared and confident. 6. Describe to others a concept. Are you aware that repetition of material helps with memory? By repeating yourself often, you will learn more quickly and retain it better. When you fully understand a subject, you must feel confident delving into its explanation for your peers. When a coworker, friend, or family member asks how you're doing the next time you're together, tell them about the interesting new subject you're studying. Better still, if you ever encounter a subject matter expert, ask them if you can convey a topic you've just acquired to them and get their opinion. 7. Read various materials. Reading high-quality literature, including books, essays, and blogs, is the key to learning anything. Reading increases vocabulary and engages mental processes, including focus, attention, understanding, and analysis. Make sure you read daily and always have resources available when learning about a new subject. Additionally, look for reliable reading materials other than books, such as papers, articles, case studies, and interviews from reliable sources. 8. Ask thoughtful questions. Don't feel uncomfortable the next time you want to ask someone for advice. Anyone knowledgeable is happy to share their knowledge with someone interested in learning more. When seated next to an authority in a subject you're interested in, act respectfully, acknowledge that you don't know everything, and ask good questions. Chapter 5. Manifesting Money and Attracting Prosperity. The practice of manifesting has grown in popularity, but what exactly is it, and how can you use it to attract greater financial abundance? In this chapter, we'll discuss common misconceptions regarding manifesting money and practical tips for doing it. What a manifestation is in reality. Becoming conscious of something that already exists is known as manifestation. It combines spirituality and personal development, and it can help you in realizing your financial goals. You can create the experience, including financial success, that you want right now by uniting your spirit, mind, and body. When people ask me how to manifest, I usually respond that focusing on who you are is more important than the how. It more closely relates to how you view yourself and others and how you view and engage with the outside world. You must think, feel, and act differently if you want a different life. We constantly bring something into the physical world through our ideas, which is manifestation at work. However, most people merely act out their greatest anxieties, i.e., worries about their business not expanding and their need for more money, which only fuels their want for more money. Unfortunately, no magic wand or secret word will make you rich overnight regarding particular strategies to manifest money. However, it is straightforward. Money manifesting takes place inside of you. Even though social media has made the concept of manifestation popular, I think some aspects of it are often misrepresented and misinterpreted. For instance, choosing a particular color or phrase doesn't necessarily attract money. It depends on how we feel about manifesting money and how we do it. Ways to manifest money. 1. Be familiar with the laws of attraction and vibration. Money is a reaction to the frequency you are putting out. More wealth and prosperity are drawn in by the vibration of abundance and prosperity. Feeling as though you already have money is the easiest approach to attract it. Even if you have $10, you can still feel wealthy if you practice gratitude for wealth and abundance. 2. Be precise. Money comes where needed, another crucial concept to understand to manifest money. Ask what the money will be used for rather than just requesting more. You might wish to buy a car, take more holidays, pay off your student loans, etc. 3. Become accustomed to the sensation of spending. Buyer's regret is a common phenomenon. Spending money on something they want causes them to feel guilty almost immediately. This feeling results from lack, restriction, and the notion that, I don't have enough money, so when I spend, it feels gross. I'm saying that you should spend the same amount of money you do now, but have a different level of emotion. Feel like you have the money rather than you don't have enough. Enjoy your buy sincerely and with gratitude. You are now operating at the frequency of abundance. 4. Test the 3-6-9 approach. Writing down what you want to happen 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times at night is part of the 3-6-9 method. This technique uses repetition and focused attention to rewire the subconscious mind. It enables someone to experience what you're writing emotionally. However, suppose you continue to repeatedly write a financial figure out without changing how you view and approach money. In that case, this will probably not work and will only frustrate you. This strategy is useful for initial focus changes and goal setting, but the most important is to change how you think and act about money. 5. Position yourself in surroundings with abundance. While you might not currently have millions of cash in your bank account, you can surround yourself with situations where it is. For instance, take a stroll in the priciest part of your town, keep up with the lives of the rich, and browse upscale shops. And sometimes, even small modifications can have a big impact. Spend more money to improve your coffee instead of buying cheap coffee, or forego the plastic water bottle in favor of a crystal glass when drinking water. Without money, there are many ways to operate on a frequency of wealth. Your concentration on abundance causes you to recognize all the abundance that is accessible. This is what will be of most assistance. 6. Keep cash on hand or make yourself a check. If you can, put $100 in your wallet and keep it there. You'll feel wealthy whenever you open your wallet and see the money inside. Additionally, it serves as a reminder that you always have access to more money. You may even issue a check in your name for a specific sum of money to yourself. 7. Consider combining your intention with crystals. Crystals alone cannot help you manifest money. They can only intensify the sensation you already have. For instance, transparent quartz is an amplifier, so if you pick it up while thinking, I need money, I'm so poor, you're magnifying that thought. The crystal will intensify your operation once you are on an abundant and prosperous plane. 8. Employ affirmations. Affirmations may be challenging. If you use one for too long, you risk endorsing false beliefs. For instance, the more times you have to confirm, money comes to me continuously and easily, the less likely you are to believe it to be real. Your thoughts can even go on to say, no, it doesn't. The secret is to believe the new belief, hold on to it, and then let it go. What if it were the case? 9. Focus on your visualizations. When it comes to manifesting, visualizations are a crucial strategy. Imagine having more money in your bank account, a raise in pay, or informing your children about the vacation you just planned for them. The optimum times to visualize are before bed and when you wake up. Here, vision boards may also be useful. But don't forget to ask yourself, who do I need to be to manifest this vision board? On the vision board, you're designing a new way of life for yourself, but internal work still needs to be done. The true job is being who you want to be to manifest, which requires personal growth and development. Developing a positive money mindset. If changing your financial thinking is a top goal, you should understand a money mindset first. A money mindset is an overarching perspective you hold on money. Your perspective on money influences your daily financial decisions. This may significantly affect your capacity to reach your goals. The focus on having a positive money mindset is essential for success. Although many people find talking about money uncomfortable, changing your perspective might help you make better decisions about dealing with problems. Understanding money and concentrating on methods to perceive it positively is essential for long-term success because money and mindset go hand in hand. But here is the trick. Numerous other aspects of your life will change once your connection with money is fixed. Here are 4 tips to help you achieve a positive money mindset. Forgive yourself of financial mistakes. You might as well be a financial expert if you have never been late with a bill or credit card payment. For the vast majority, forgetting about your financial mistakes is crucial. The intention is to get your attention off of your shame so that you can move on to better habits and a future with a more optimistic view of money. Recognize what went wrong, apologize to yourself, and then concentrate on moving forward if you want to forgive yourself for your financial errors. Remind yourself that you are not your financial blunders if you start to have a pessimistic attitude regarding money. Your prior financial missteps don't define you today. Set financial goals. Setting financial goals can be a fantastic next step to achieving money mindset mastery once you have forgiven previous financial mistakes. Decide what matters most to you and ensure everything is on the table when creating goals. You should examine which goals can be achieved quickly, which will take some time, and which must be incorporated into your long-term plan. Applying the SMART goal technique will ensure that these financial goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely after you have selected them. Optimize your budget for happiness. It requires a lot of effort to know your money mindset. However, optimizing your budget to include things that make you happy will be much easier. If joining a gym or dining out makes you happy, plan your spending to account for these things. Budgeting will seem less like a burden if you do not feel starved. A reasonable rule of thumb for budgeting is to allocate 50% of your income for necessities like housing, food, petrol, and medications, 30% for wants like holidays, finally learning how to play an instrument, and 20% for savings. If you do, the 20% may be used to settle whatever debt you have initially. Get informed about money. Finally, educate yourself about money to have a positive outlook on money. Spend time with individuals who share those values, read books encouraging positive thinking, and watch what you post on social media to avoid spreading pessimism about money and spending. Reading books. How you feel about money significantly impacts your financial reality. Although your parents and other external factors may have instilled particular money views in your mind, the good news is that you can change your money beliefs. The secret is consistently exposing your mind to fresh, uplifting ideas to help you develop new perspectives about money. Books on money mindset promote budgeting and wise financial behavior, essential to developing a money mindset. Get motivated by quotes. You'll be more likely to have a positive attitude toward money if you surround yourself with inspiring and enlightening quotes. Look for phrases encouraging you to spend money and feel good about yourself, then save or print them to post around the house. Follow promising people. Follow the careers of successful people. Following successful people will motivate you to achieve greatness, whether you do this on social media, through a blog, or reputable news sources. Additionally, not all of these people have to be well known. Make it a point to consult exclusively those who have previously attained your goals for advice. These people might be close relatives, coworkers, mentors, or powerful figures in the financial world. Whatever the case, It's far easier to take after someone who has previously achieved success and exemplifies a favorable money mindset. Transforming dreams into reality. You are a doer, inventor, and game changer with distinctive passions and lofty aspirations. That's fantastic, except when reaching your goals feels completely overwhelming. But don't worry, you can handle this. Whatever your goals seem like, nothing is out of reach. Use these strategies to maintain your composure, self-confidence, and organization while preparing to realize your dreams. 1. Aim high. So, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Debate may be quite stressful, especially if you are unsure of the direction you want to go. It cannot be very comforting to consider the future, but don't restrict yourself to what seems most reasonable or traditional. You have so much potential, and there are countless opportunities for you. Dream big and think outside the box. You are the architect of your future. 2. See your goals clearly. Yes, having huge dreams is vital. But if you don't have a clear idea of what you want, making those desires come true will be far more difficult. When you map your goals on a vision board, your wild imagination gets more structure. You might be inspired and motivated to accomplish your goals by using vision boards. Although vision boards can serve as a roadmap to your future, their best feature is that they are flexible. You can change them as often as necessary without losing their good impact. 3. Get rest when you need it. Students are under enormous pressure to know exactly what they want to accomplish with the rest of their lives and to work nonstop to achieve that goal. Give yourself a break if you're worn out from the daily grind. Practicing an idle 5 minutes is a fantastic method to relax and refocus during high stress. Don't let yourself become exhausted. Don't feel bad about pausing occasionally. 4. Desist from comparing yourself with others. It can be upsetting to witness your friends achieve significant milestones, especially if you feel like you are missing out on the same successes. It's practically impossible to stop comparing yourself to others, so try not to let it bother you. Replace negative self-talk with supportive statements and jealousy with gratitude. You can improve your confidence to take on your next task by acknowledging even the smallest accomplishments. 5. Remain organized with a 1-3-5 list. It's not always as easy as it sounds to remember everything you need to do in a single day, especially when projects build up and deadlines cross over. While creating a standard to-do list will help you streamline those duties, a 1-3-5 list makes your life even easier. Make a list of everything you need to accomplish before you begin. Next, classify those duties into 3 categories: large, medium, and small. You may prioritize your tasks and use a 1-3-5 list to manage your time well and purposefully. 6. Don't let minor setbacks demoralize you. Even with the most meticulous strategy for your future, you never know what curveballs life may throw. Don't allow a little disappointment to derail you, whether it's a slow practice day or getting turned down for an opportunity you were after. Although these failures can be disheartening at the time, they also present excellent chances for further development. Occasionally, deviating from your intended course can be a step in the correct direction. 7. Utilize your community. You don't have to pursue your aspirations alone, even though they are special to you. Always keep in mind that you have support from friends, family, coaches, instructors, and mentors all around you. The people in your community care about you and want to see you succeed, so never be afraid to ask for help or guidance. Chapter 6. Overcoming Challenges on the Path to Wealth. Most people would concur that achieving financial independence is their main financial goal. Those who have already attained financial freedom could change their goal to maintaining their independence. It is important to look at some of the main challenges that stand in the way of achieving those goals and consider solutions. Several obstacles must be overcome to succeed when trying to reach financial goals. Understanding the challenges that stand in your way and having a strategy to overcome them will help you stay on track, whether your goal is to develop wealth, save for retirement, pay off debt, buy a home, or several other goals. Dealing with failures and setbacks. Unfortunately, there is no way to guarantee you won't fail. You will inevitably have setbacks, even if you are working hard and believe you are doing everything correctly. Obstacles can be difficult and depressing, possibly making you doubt your skills and ability. Here are some suggestions for changing your perspective and learning how to handle setbacks. 1. Don't let it get to you. People often think about their failures as a reflection of their identity, which does little to boost their confidence and self-esteem. Understanding the difference between failure and failing at something is crucial to overcome your fear of challenges. In actuality, it occurs to everyone. Yes, even some of the most successful individuals have felt let down. John Lennon was expelled from Liverpool College. Oprah Winfrey was sacked from her first TV anchor position, and Walt Disney was reportedly criticized for lacking imagination by a newspaper editor. Failures have no bearing on your capacity for success. With this in mind, ask yourself, what would I do if I was not afraid of failing? 2. View failure as an opportunity for improvement. When new difficulties develop in achieving your goals, pause to reflect. How come you failed? Was the reason out of your control? Is there a lesson to be taken away from this? When you fail, you learn from the experience and move closer to success. These constraints might even inspire you to develop fresh ideas. Ultimately, you want to see your disappointments as chances to think things through, get better, and move on. Nothing will be able to prevent you from realizing your dreams after you've changed your perspective. 3. Don't focus on your shortcomings. Regret, rage, disappointment, and despair are unpleasant feelings you should give yourself time to experience. However, you shouldn't wallow in your losses because it has already happened and you can do nothing to reverse it. Don't waste your time moping. Take what you've learned from your struggle, then continue. This is easier said than done, but the sooner you move past your failure, the faster you recover. 4. Recognize the value of perseverance. Thomas Edison tried numerous times before coming up with the light bulb. He was successful because of his consistency and tenacity. He once said, "I have not failed," something you've probably heard before. I recently discovered 10,000 methods that don't work. If you genuinely believe your offer is worthwhile, your strategy to succeed will benefit from your tenacity and perseverance. 5. Recognize the importance of the overall picture. Step back and consider your setbacks as logically as you can. Have you gotten a bad exam grade? Think about that disappointment for a second. Next, consider all the exams you have taken in high school and how many you will take in college. That sum, we bet, grew quickly. That subpar test score suddenly isn't such a big deal. By keeping things in perspective, you'll realize that failing won't make it more difficult for you to succeed. Failure is inevitable, but learning how to handle it can help you succeed. Regardless of whatever obstacles you may encounter, have faith in yourself because your future is bright. Overcoming fear and risk aversion. Even well-known leaders are often afraid to take risks. However, entrepreneurs must take significant ones to thrive. Success doesn't need you to take risks naturally, and understanding how fear operates can help you conquer it. Your brain concentrates on loss aversion when you get afraid and reluctant, which means it's trying to keep you safe. It was an adaptive tactic that prevented our ancestors from dying. Your brain becomes overly analytical in that mode. It lists everything that could go wrong and brings up previous failure memories to keep you safe. The reward pathway is a system in our brain that causes the production of feel-good neurotransmitters whenever we perform an exciting or unusual task. Loss aversion is overridden by this system, which encourages risk-taking. People with naturally active reward circuits concentrate on novelty or action. Adopt some of their techniques for focusing on the advantages of risk to overcome your fear. Here are 3 ideas to get you started. Benefits and drawbacks should not be considered. Making a sound judgment when taking a risk only requires a little study and gut feeling. A swamp of advantages and disadvantages will only stir up anxiety. The more analytical you become, your brain's anxiety and demotivation-inducing region become more active. If your instinct tells you to say yes, then dive in and adjust as you go to avoid letting fear take over. While this does not imply that you should behave carelessly, the sooner you begin to take action, the less likely you will become frightened. Recognize your fears. Learning to overcome fear is similar to tackling any difficulty in that you must first recognize the obstacle before getting past it. What exactly are you terrified of? Sit quietly and watch your thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations for a few minutes. Write down your thoughts, being as detailed as you can. To become more aware of your motivations, practice daily mindfulness meditation. As you settle into your core, you'll feel ready to face your worries. Make a lot of small goals. Start small by establishing several reachable goals you can complete quickly to gain confidence in taking on risks. Include some that are a little frightening, but the major goal is to succeed consistently. Your early success will encourage you to take more significant chances. Our brains release dopamine every time we succeed, encouraging us to return and attempt the next success. At this point, you'll be ready to act and less likely to become paralyzed by the dread of prospective losses, so you can now take a big risk. Recognize how fear can be used for good. Our emotions serve as a form of communication. Your spirit tries communicating with you when you experience fear, so pay attention. If you experience overwhelming stress or are distracted by mild but persistent anxiety, you probably have a repressed fear that requires attention. Leaning into your anxiety is necessary for overcoming fear rather than avoiding it. Consider the fear as knowledge rather than as a danger to your survival. Anxiety cannot ruin your life if you learn to use it to your benefit. When you conquer fear, it becomes your ally and a valuable source of direction for realizing your greatest potential. Face your fear. There are appropriate times for both action and introspection. Too much haste in overcoming your fear can result in actions detrimental to your well-being, such as grabbing a drink, indulging in comfort food, or suppressing emotion. The next time you experience fear, stay still. Spend some time sitting with your fear. Consider this. What is the primary cause? Is it a dread of the unknown? Fear of failing? What excuse do you give yourself for being unable to overcome this fear? Reflecting for a moment can help you face your fears in a purposeful, deliberate, and powerful way. Develop goals that are musts. Goals we establish for ourselves that are uninspired or elusive often hinder our ability to overcome fear. To change this, consider what your desired and deserving life would entail. Do you actively work toward it, or is it merely a someday, maybe plan? Is it something you can accomplish and are ready to commit to? Determining whether or not you're setting a compelling goal is the first step in conquering fear. Will you feel satisfied if you succeed at this? In contrast, will you be lost if you fail to do this? Focus on your objective more. What do you want to happen? Is it an increase in money in the bank or financial growth? Perhaps you long for the freedom to travel wherever and whenever you like. Think about how your life will change if you don't get this result and contrast it with how your life will change if you do. When you believe that achieving your goal is crucial, the fear of giving up overwhelms the fear of failing, and you are motivated to take action. Identify the excuses. You put off doing things out of fear. I'm exhausted. I must complete other tasks. In any case, it is a bad idea. These justifications undoubtedly seem similar to you. Most likely, you've said these words aloud to yourself. Recognize when you are making excuses, then work out a solution. Too worn out? You should rearrange your schedule so that you can sleep better at night. Too little time? Examine your priorities to see where you might find more time. And the next time an excuse presents itself, decide that you won't succumb to the little voice nagging you to say no, because doing so won't ultimately advance your growth. Be surrounded by successful people. Power is in proximity. The law of attraction, or the notion that, in essence, you become the people you surround yourself with, is another name for this. You will experience in reality exactly what you retain in your head regularly. It's time to evaluate your focus if you've made all of your shoulds become musts and are aware of your excuses but still don't know how to face your fears and achieve your goals. People committed to overcoming fear and realizing their goals surround themselves with like-minded individuals. These are the kind of people who will inspire you and drive you to accomplish your goals. Raising your standards and allowing people to hold you accountable will help you conquer your fear. Be in the company of risk takers. Exposure is a key component of risk comfort. You will be far more likely to take risks yourself if you have people in your social circle, and especially your family, who have been willing to do so. The social component of entrepreneurship is significant. Embrace a growth mindset. When you're scared, you usually stay still. What if you miscalculate? What if you fail? You begin to think that you cannot move forward at all. Fear prevents you from doing so. Developing a growth mindset is one of the most effective strategies for overcoming anxiety and fear. It's not about reaching your goals and being flawless at every turn. Stop aiming for perfection. Nobody is ever flawless all the time. The cornerstone of a growth mentality is being at ease with what you don't know and moving on nevertheless. Find wisdom in pain. Nobody enjoys being in pain. The majority of us take enormous measures to prevent it. But pain can teach us a lot. Accepting that pain will occasionally be a part of your life and your efforts to reach your goals become an opportunity for progress. Pain loses its power and becomes another weapon for overcoming fear when you stop viewing it as a danger to your survival. Visualize your goals. You've put in the mental effort to pinpoint the causes of your self-imposed limitations and list your top priorities. But to consistently exercise these habits to achieve actual action, you must overcome fear. Visualizing your goals helps you focus, and focus attracts energy. It can be accomplished by imagery training, meditation, or priming. The most crucial thing is committing to your goal and visualizing success. You'll train your brain to think everything is possible, which is an important first step in overcoming fear. Accept that you will fail. What is the most common worry that prevents people from achieving their goals? They'll fail. Failure, however, can also teach us. Failure often serves as a stronger teacher than success. You'll be less fearful of failure if you recognize that it is an inherent component of success from the start. You can acquire lessons from failure to help you make better decisions about your future tactics. Chapter 7. Embracing the Journey to Financial Freedom. We have a lot of alternatives and freedom in life because of money. The ultimate aim of financial freedom is to get to the point when our money starts to work for us. It is choosing money matters based on satisfaction rather than financial limitations. It's unclear how the concepts of financial independence and financial freedom differ because the two terms are frequently used interchangeably. When someone can sustain their quality of living on their own and provide for themselves, that person is considered to be financially independent. It describes a situation where a person is independent of other people in terms of their ability to pay their debts. The opposite is true when it comes to financial freedom, which is defined as having a passive income, being debt-free, being able to handle one's finances without stress, and having a retirement plan as well as other forms of savings. On the road to financial freedom, financial independence is the first stop. Many marathon runners will attest that winning a marathon takes a lot of blood, sweat, and occasionally tears. Similarly to this, obtaining financial freedom is a process that demands significant sacrifice but is ultimately very rewarding. Personal transformation and how to achieve it. Personal transformation is the process through which we modify certain aspects of our identities, behaviors, and lifestyles. Personal transformation is a statement of goodwill. It represents the realization that we are not who we wish to be. What I am doing is not what I want to be doing. The life I am currently doing is not what I want to be doing. Personal transformation, then, is an intentional, conscious process that helps us get closer to the point where we can confidently say, I am who I want to be, I am doing what I want to be doing, and I am living the life I want to be living. This chapter concerns successful personal transformation at the core of good mental health and well-being. People who engage in personal transformation are self-aware enough to realize they don't want their lives to continue similarly. Personal transformation is not an option without self-awareness, since there is nothing to transform in the person lacking it. People who participate in personal transformation often have high self-belief, confidence, and support. personal transformation is not without its hurdles. Many people regard personal transformation as an ongoing commitment to be their best selves. At the same time, some are happy and content to stay as they are and choose a lifestyle that has few obligations to them. If you haven't yet, perhaps consider your reasons. Or, if you've already tried it, but it didn't turn out as you had hoped, think about how you may approach it differently the next time. Of course, dedicated periods of personal transformation can occur at any time, but they often occur as a response to a trigger of some sort. For instance, sadness, boredom, or simply the desire for a new challenge may cause us to reflect on our lives and realize that a change is necessary. Or if our personal or professional circumstances change due to a marriage, a divorce, a promotion, or a job loss. However, not all personal transformation is as intentional or conscious as when it happens spontaneously during regular but significant life stages, such as transitioning from school to work, changing occupations, or assuming new roles like becoming a partner or parent. People commit to their transformation primarily to fulfill certain life goals. Although occasionally challenging, investing in ourselves can be a fruitful and pleasurable experience. And when we reach our goal and reflect on how far we've come and how much we've changed, we might feel a sense of pride and accomplishment. Personal transformation supports our ability to live effectively, survive, and experience good mental and physical health. Life always demands us, and it can feel fulfilling when we can reshape who we are and what we do to meet those needs. Undoubtedly, life will inevitably place expectations on us that we cannot satisfy if we do not focus on our personal transformation. Personal transformation is a process that can occur anywhere and at any moment. Depending on the type of transformation committed, it will happen somewhere. For instance, the job might be the focus of someone eager to advance professionally, or the home might be the focus of someone trying to be a better parent. When we stop thinking about it, there are countless locations and settings, including churches, gyms, colleges, and sports facilities. Of course, personal transformation occurs inside of us as well. It takes place inside as well, in our bodies and minds. Numerous factors can contribute to personal transformation. Here are just a few that I employ in my work. 1. Discuss your life with trusted friends and family to see what happens. People close to us are often able to show us where change is necessary or where our blind spots are. If you don't know somebody like that or want a fresh viewpoint, speak with a therapist or life coach. Inform them that you believe the time is now to begin your personal transformation journey. 2. Increase your self-awareness to identify any aspects of your life you want to change. Many approaches exist for doing this, some of which are listed below. Grab a pen and some paper. Write down your thoughts, actions, or feelings regularly, along with the areas of your life to which they pertain. Are they typically favorable or unfavorable? If so, can they be made better? If bad, what needs attention? Divide your life into important segments, such as yourself, your home, your job, your relationships, and your link to the outside world. Spend some quiet time thinking about these areas and deciding which ones might benefit from transformation. 3. Rewatch your favorite movie or read your favorite book again, since stories are about personal transformation. Your favorite narrative has captured and stuck with you for a reason. Search for your hints. They are often there. 4. Accept the 0 to 10 challenge. For each of the following areas, pick a number to represent where you are currently and another to represent where you aspire to be. When you hit your target figure, describe how your life has changed. What is different about your life right now can help you pinpoint your areas of transformation. You, your identity, self-worth, and sense of self, the past, present, or future, your family, home, and relationships, your job and other professional circumstances, your health and well-being, your financial situation, your way of life, your social and cultural background, and the environment. Strategies for long-term financial security. Spending too much time reading investment-related newspaper stories and tube station adverts will lead you to conclude that most people are focused on achieving rapid financial growth at all costs. However, in many instances, Savers and investors concentrate more on asset preservation, ensuring that their retirement fund does not deplete over time and is available for use or transfer when necessary. Maintaining wealth can be a delicate balancing act that calls for an awareness of the various influences that affect money. Here are 5 ways savers can make sure their attention is on preservation. 1. Recognize what reduces your capital. Money can lose value if it is kept saved at any cost. This is because your portfolio might be depleted by 2 causes, even if you have money in your account. The first is inflation, which is especially problematic because it runs high, and interest rates are also historically low. Money in most of your bank accounts is gradually losing value because the bank rate is only 0.5%, and inflation is currently 2.5%. Taxes are the second force to be cautious of. Unless contained within tax-free institutions, every increase in wealth that exceeds specific thresholds may be liable to income tax or capital gains, depending on its form. This is true, particularly when wealth is passed down through the generations, and inheritance tax is also a factor. 2. Take protection into account. Protecting wealth from unforeseen shocks like illness, death, or liability for an accident is a key component of wealth preservation. Because of this, everyone should think about how insurance or protection can help preserve money. A sound plan for wealth preservation includes life insurance, critical illness insurance, and high-quality insurance policies that provide legal coverage and unintentional damage to priceless goods. 3. Change the focus of your asset allocation. Not everyone aspires to speculate to accumulate. Focusing on lower volatility investment strategies may benefit investors who want to protect their wealth. These could include fixed interest investments, cash savings, and dividend income-based wealth preservation schemes. Some investment trusts are appropriate for asset preservation because they withhold earnings during prosperous times to tame returns during more trying times. Long-term returns from greater risk investments may be higher. Still, if wealth preservation rather than growth is the main objective, the volatility of these investments may not be essential. 4. To protect your wealth, diversify. The adage, "Don't put all of your eggs in one basket," has never applied to anything more than wealth preservation. Maintaining wealth also involves mixing several asset classes and ensuring your investments spread throughout various industries and regions. It may be necessary to seek professional help to ensure a diversified portfolio contains assets that can be used as insurance against various economic scenarios. 5. Make plans to preserve wealth for future generations. The measures to prevent money from depleting by taxes become much more urgent if asset preservation is intended to last for a long time. Making a will, getting advice on U.S. gifting laws that permit people to give money to family members tax-free, and possibly using trusts to ensure that money is protected over time are all necessary steps for protecting a portfolio against inheritance tax and guaranteeing that it is passed down to the next generation. Saving enthusiasts can rest easy knowing that their money is being conserved as much as possible by following these actions. Conclusion. There is no easy recipe to follow to become wealthy. Perhaps you'll come up with a wonderful concept and follow it through. Perhaps you'll find a fantastic co-founder for your business. Like most of us, you might put in a lot of effort, but you'll also make wise financial decisions and invest your way to wealth. A millionaire mindset does not emerge overnight. It requires vision, enthusiasm, and a tremendous amount of effort. Recognize that any setbacks are typical and serve as a learning opportunity. Have patience and awareness. Confidence and financial freedom are easily attainable if you are clear about your objectives and stay motivated. Everyone must ultimately choose the path that is best for them. However, those who can cultivate and maintain a wealth mindset will ultimately prevail. Introduction. Passive income is often called making money while you sleep, but it goes beyond that. Everyone would be counting dollar notes if it were actually that simple. If you have enough cash, you can invest in assets that generate income automatically, such as stocks, cryptocurrencies, and Airbnb rental properties. But what happens if you lack the funding to begin? Making your assets is the solution for many bloggers and designers. Larger assets, like real estate, require investment capital that not everyone possesses. However, establishing your assets demands an initial time and effort investment before you can start reaping the benefits. Suppose you're willing to accept virtually no compensation while you develop your passive income approach. In that case, it can be an incredible long-term revenue stream and a reliable source of cash flow. Passive income can be a sweet way to generate extra cash flow, whether you're trying to establish a second job or hoping to make a little extra monthly money. This is particularly true at a time when inflation is pervasive across the economy. Passive income can enable you to increase your income during prosperous times. It can also help you if you decide to take time off work, lose your job unexpectedly, or if inflation keeps eroding your purchasing power. You can continue earning money with passive income while working at your current job, or if you can build a steady passive income stream, you might take a short break. In any event, having a passive income gives you more security. Creating wealth through passive income may also appeal to you if you're concerned about saving enough of your earnings to achieve your retirement goals. In addition to giving you back time, you can concentrate on important financial goals, such as retirement savings, by generating passive income. It might also be a wonderful source of extra money if you leave work or get fired unexpectedly. In this book, we define passive income, discuss its significance, and outline several strategies for building it. Chapter 1. Introduction to Passive Income. Since time is one of our most valuable commodities, business owners must use it most. Unlike money, we cannot earn back time that has already been spent. Once it has been spent, it cannot be recovered. Your primary concerns when establishing a business are probably profit and success, and part of that is making the most of your time and using it wisely to expand your business and achieve the independence you want. The goal of many business owners is to generate passive income. It's a reliable source of revenue that needs no upkeep or work from you, and most importantly, it doesn't depend on you giving it your daily or hourly attention. Since this income will come in on its own, you may concentrate on other aspects of your business and earn money while you sleep. One of the most enjoyable ways to earn money has to be through passive income. Passive income is the money that comes in regularly without requiring a lot of work to generate it. Passive income is desirable because it involves no effort to earn money. This is what is meant when someone says they make their money work for them. You typically put your money into a product that will bring in money. However, take note, passive income is taxed. Don't allow the tax to stop you from earning a passive income, though. Although taxed differently from active income, passive income is still taxable, so research before investing. If you only rely on active income now, here's more information about the value of a passive income and how to generate it. Understanding passive income. Active income, passive income, and portfolio income are the three main types of revenue. Passive income is an income that can be generated without the need for active labor or commitment. Dividends and interest from stocks and bonds, rental property income, royalties from patents and copyrights, and revenue from digital content are all examples of passive income. 20% of American families, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, make around $4,200 a year in passive income from dividends, interest, or rental properties. Passive income can significantly aid wealth creation. However, the ability to invest in assets that provide these income streams is more likely to be available to households with greater incomes. What passive income is not? When the activity is a continuous business endeavor that necessitates material engagement, it is not passive income. Suppose a person spends over 500 hours working on economic activity in a calendar year. In that case, the Internal Revenue Service, IRS, considers that person to have material participation in that business. If an individual has contributed more than 100 hours to a team project and no one else has contributed more than that person, it is also regarded as material participation. Passive income does not include activities that qualify as material engagement. These include pay, tips, commissions, and salaries. Instead, actual service is typically required to receive these kinds of earnings. Why passive income is important. You can learn how to generate passive income on the side rather than investing all your time and energy into a business idea that demands a lot of work. You won't want to lose out on any of the numerous advantages of passive income generation. So, Are you prepared to discover the advantages of a passive income? Let's look at 6 benefits of passive investing that you can utilize. 1. Your financial situation is more stable. Many young individuals battle to secure their financial futures. They are left struggling to make ends meet while living paycheck to paycheck. You can depend on making money without having to labor for it when you have passive income. As a result, you can reach financial stability much more quickly because you are aware of your financial safety net. 2. Your dependence on a paycheck will end. As previously discussed, many people depend on their job to cover their monthly rent and other expenses. Problems may arise if their pay is less than usual due to sick leave or vacation time. However, this is not a concern when you have passive income. You know you have an additional passive income you can use in an emergency. 3. You can more easily achieve your goals. Even if money cannot buy everything, it can purchase a lot. Additionally, having passive investments gives you access to extra money. This implies that you have more extra money to put into savings to help you prepare for major purchases like a house, car, or college tuition. In other words, your passive income expedites the achievement of your goals. 4. Your financial situation gets better. It's challenging for you to take time from work to pursue your passions when you depend substantially on your income. Instead, you must put in long hours to guarantee a steady wage. But everything changes when you get passive money. Suddenly, taking time off to pursue your aspirations is much easier for you. With the knowledge that you will still earn, you can afford to take time off from work. 5. You acquire location independence. Have you ever imagined how wonderful relaxing on a beach while still earning money would be? After all, we often observe well-known influencers doing it. You can start touring the world and making money when you aren't required to be at work all the time. You have the freedom to work and live wherever you choose, thanks to passive income. 6. You may retire early. Many people look forward to taking early retirement. However, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, retirement is likely still far off. You can begin saving for retirement earlier if you have a passive income. That enables you to enjoy your golden years and retire earlier. Types of passive income: self-charged interest, rental income, and profits from firms where the individual receiving the income has no significant involvement are all examples of passive income. To qualify as passive income, it must adhere to certain IRS regulations. Self-charged interest: the interest income on a loan to the portfolio income made by the entity's owner to a partnership or an S corporation operating as a pass-through entity, basically, a company created to lessen the impact of double taxation, can be considered passive income. According to the IRS, if the loan proceeds are used in a passive activity, certain self-charged interest deductions or income may be treated as passive activity deductions or gross income. Rental properties: with a few exceptions, rental properties are defined as passive income. However, any rental income you receive as a real estate professional is considered active. Self-renting, or renting out a space that you own to a company or partnership where you conduct business, is not considered passive income unless the lease was signed before 1988, in which case you are exempt from the definition of passive income. Land leasing revenue is also not considered passive income. However, if a landowner's property generates a loss during the tax year, they may be eligible for the passive income loss rules. No material participation in a business. If you invested $500,000 in a candy store with the understanding that the owners would give you a cut of the profits, it would be regarded as passive income if you did not actively participate in its management beyond the investment. Your income could be considered active if you assisted the owner in running the business by providing material participation. The IRS sets standards for material participation. All of the following are seen as examples of material participation. If you have invested more than 500 hours in a business or activity from which you are deriving income, if your participation in an activity has constituted substantially all of the participation for that tax year, and if you have participated in an activity for up to 100 hours, which is at least as many as any other person involved in the activity. Chapter 2: Online Business. Online enterprises, also known as digital assets, can give you location independence and a passive income stream to help you achieve financial freedom. Millions of people have left their cubicles and entered the world with their little online businesses as a constant income source. In a similar vein, millions of investors have taken advantage of the earning potential of digital assets by incorporating them into their portfolios to enhance and expand them. However, due to the immaturity of the internet company mergers and acquisitions, M&A, industry, digital assets are still in the early stages of being acknowledged as investment assets. The market for online businesses is expanding alongside interest in earning money online as more and more online enterprises are available for purchase. We'll briefly discuss how you might benefit from this market expansion. Let's first look at how to build your business idea and find your niche. Finding your niche and developing a business idea. You want to launch a business, but the market niche you know you must select is stopping you. Also, this can be challenging. Even after listing your passions and interests, you still feel you haven't found the one thing you were meant to do. However, putting too much pressure on oneself to select the ideal niche could lead to paralysis. It's important to complete your research while choosing a profitable niche business, but starting sooner rather than later is preferable. In this manner, you can test ideas, get to market faster, and learn from your successes and mistakes. This way, too, you can always use the lessons you've gained from past failures and go forward with fresh ideas if your previous business doesn't succeed. Use the next steps to identify your niche if you're having trouble deciding or need more information. 1. Identify your passions and interests. You may have already completed this. But if you haven't, start by listing your top 10 passions and interests immediately. Business is difficult, and it will eventually put you to the test. Your likelihood of quitting will significantly increase if you work in a field you don't find interesting, particularly if you're a first-time business owner. This does not imply that you must locate the perfect fit. If there is a part of running the business that you are passionate about, you will stick with it. You might not be able to find the motivation to keep on if you don't care about the topic. Here are some questions to identify your interests and passions. What do you enjoy doing in your spare time? What do you wish to do when you're not doing it? What publications do you regularly read? What are your favorite subjects to learn about? What groups or organizations do you participate in? 2. Identify issues you can solve. You are prepared to begin narrowing down your options now that you have your list of 10 topics. Find your target market's problems, then assess whether you can genuinely fix them to build a lucrative business. You can try the following tips to find issues in particular niches. Engage your target market in one-on-one talks or idea extraction sessions. Be careful to locate or develop a framework for questioning that enables you to identify pain points. Search forums. Look through forums in your niche or on Quora, then look at the conversations being had there. What questions are being asked? What issues are they facing? Identify keywords. Utilize Google Trends and the Keyword Planner in Google AdWords to experiment with various keyword combinations. This can help you find popular search terms for problems. 3. Research your competition. There is no definitive good or bad about competition. It might be telling you that you've discovered a lucrative niche. However, you must thoroughly examine competing websites. Start logging all competing websites you can discover in a fresh spreadsheet. Then determine if there is still a chance to stand out from the crowd. Is it still possible to rank for your keywords? Can you set yourself apart from the competition and make a special offer? Here are a few indicators that you can enter a niche and succeed even if other websites are doing it already. Low quality content. In a market where other business owners aren't producing useful, in-depth material for the public, it's easy to outrank them. Transparency is lacking. Several internet entrepreneurs have upended entire industries by building an authentic and open presence in a niche where other websites are faceless and overly corporate. Absence of paid competition. A chance to upset the industry exists if you discover a keyword with a fair amount of search volume but little competition and paid advertising. 4. Ascertain your niche's profitability. By now, you ought to be fairly clear on the niche you plan to enter. Even if you haven't whittled down your list to a certain topic, you've probably identified a few ideas you like. Knowing how much money you could potentially make in your niche at this point is crucial. A smart place to start your search is ClickBank. So, browse the best products in your category. It's not a good indicator if you can't find any offers. It implies that no one has successfully made money from the niche. You're in luck if your search does provide a respectable number of products but not in abundance. Note price points to set a competitive price for your products. Also, remember that you are not required to launch your business with a line of your products. While working on your original solution, you can partner with companies who make products, advertising, and website owners in your sector to earn income. 5. Test your hypothesis. One thing left to do is test your idea now that you have all the necessary knowledge to select a niche. Setting up a landing page for pre-sales of a product you're developing is one easy way to do this. Then, you can use paid advertising to bring visitors to this page. Even if you don't receive pre-sales, your niche may still be profitable despite this. It's possible that your messaging needs improvement or that you haven't yet discovered the ideal offer. You can increase conversions and determine what is or is not deterring your target market from acting by utilizing A/B split testing. Start building a whole website once the viability of a niche has been established. To increase your revenue and expand, you'll want to understand how to start a blog and drive more visitors to your website. However, remember there isn't always a precise method for identifying a niche. While doing your homework is something you'll want to accomplish, you'll never actually start if you spend too much time planning. You need to develop your starting skills as an entrepreneur. Take the risk if you think you've found a business idea you can dedicate yourself to. The rewards of merely planning will pale compared to the learning and development resulting from the action. Online passive income businesses that ensure complete freedom. If you're considering developing a passive income stream, look through these 15 strategies, learn what it takes to be successful with them, and be aware of the dangers involved with each concept. 1. Open a dropshipping business. One of the best passive income opportunities, even if you don't have much in the way of cash flow to start with, is dropshipping. Some dropshippers claim to earn more than $100,000 annually. The dropshipping business strategy entails setting up an online store where clients can explore and purchase goods. Dropshipping is interesting since you don't have to see or handle the physical things you sell. 2. Sell digital products. Digital products are assets or media that customers can't physically touch. These comprise files that may be streamed or downloaded, including templates, PDFs, plugins, and Kindle books. Digital products have large profit margins, making them excellent sources of income. The asset must be created once, and you can sell it repeatedly through your online store. No inventory or storage space is required. You are free to sell as many digital goods as you like. Many creators increase their passive income from digital assets by offering kits, printables, files, and other resources that professionals can utilize. 3. Offer online courses. Online course sales are now more straightforward than ever from educators. Whether your subject is marketing, illustration, or entrepreneurship, you have few restrictions on how you can produce pre-recorded courses and begin selling them. Without keeping any stock or inventory, you can sell online courses often and make passive money. It takes some upfront time investment to teach online. You'll need to produce digital resources like templates for students to take away, an outline for your course, and a recording. Regardless of your perspective, offering online courses is a fantastic method to make money with little initial commitment other than your time. 4. Start a blog. Although starting a blog can be difficult, blogging as a business concept has become increasingly popular as a passive income source. Building a blog takes a little while. But if you produce high-quality material and advertise it on your platforms, you'll develop a large enough audience to generate a sizable income. Selling affiliate products, writing sponsored blog posts, selling your products, and running Google AdSense advertising are all passive income options for bloggers. The best thing? You don't need any programming or design expertise to start a blog. You can quickly set up a blog with a hosting service and content management system like Shopify. 5. Affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is the act of suggesting a good or service to a customer. It's a fantastic passive income source because you receive a commission whenever someone uses your referral link to purchase a suggested good or service. Making money with affiliate marketing can be a satisfying method to expand your business's income sources. Your time is the only expense. Once the hours are put in, you can continue to reap the benefits. 6. Online stock photo sales. Photography is a service-based business, so unlike many other passive income suggestions on our list, you often get compensated for your time when you engage in it. To make money with photography, you must be present at an event or picture shoot, which might get tiresome after a while, even if you're making a fortune. You can, however, make passive income from photography if you work as a full-time photographer or have a high-quality camera by selling your images online. Stock picture websites like Pexels, Shutterstock, and other online media houses will pay for high-quality images and videos. You can tie in digital products like prints or print-on-demand products like shirts and caps if you run your photography business on Shopify, offering you more passive income streams so you can earn more and work less. 7. Become an influencer on social media. You need to create a community of people who share your interests if you want to become a social media influencer, someone who can affect another person's purchasing decisions. Do you enjoy comic books? You can open an Instagram account and regularly post about the newest Marvel and DC television programs. The same applies if you are passionate about sports, scuba diving, interior design, or even general culture. You can use that activity to promote several passive income ideas if your audience is active. For instance, you can collaborate with big and little companies to market their goods to your audience. Alternatively, you can earn money by selling your merchandise. 8. Purchase a rental home. Real estate investing is one of the earliest methods of generating passive income in particular and long-term wealth in general. If you have enough cash, you can purchase real estate, such as apartment complexes, and rent them out for rental revenue. However, being a landlord is somewhat active. You can engage property managers to handle tenant management, property maintenance, and rent collection. Additionally, when the housing market improves, the value of your homes will grow, boosting your profits in the case of a future sale. 9. Make stock market investments. The stock market is a terrific method to create enduring wealth, despite the high learning curve and potential for confusion. Thinking in the short term rather than taking a long-term view to achieve financial goals is a frequent mistake most people make while investing money. Stock investments are intended to diversify your portfolio and lower risk. Investing in mutual funds, index funds, exchange-traded funds, ETFs, and high dividend equities that produce capital gains over time will help you do this. You must open and fund a brokerage account at a reputable financial institution before you can begin investing in the stock market. To help plan and achieve your goals for your passive income approach, it is advised that you also consult with a financial advisor. 10. Let your extra room out. Perhaps you lack the initial funding necessary to invest in rental properties. Are there any extra rooms in your flat, though? Alternatively, do you plan to leave your house unoccupied on a 3-week road trip? You can rent your free space with a firm like Airbnb or Vrbo. Homeowners and travelers seeking their next trip can connect through Airbnb. There is a high demand for your available space as an Airbnb host since people choose Airbnb because they are often handier and may be found for less money than hotels. Renting out 10 is even better than renting 1 extra room to generate passive income. Depending on local rules, you may be able to purchase flats solely to rent them out if you want to increase your Airbnb income. However, you should know that setting up a rental arrangement often involves work. Before renting out your space, you might need to equip or renovate it. 11. Rent out your vehicle. You can rent out other properties and your home to generate passive income. Using a service like Turo, you can also rent out your vehicle. If you currently use your vehicle to provide Uber services, you may sign up with websites like Carvertise or Rapify to make extra money while you travel around the city. Finding someone who needs a car for Uber or Lyft is another option to make money with your vehicle. Therefore, you can load up a Netflix show while your car drives for you rather than actively driving around in your spare time. 12. Launch a YouTube channel. It's still possible to launch a YouTube channel. Every month, a staggering 2.6 billion individuals use YouTube around the world. That is a sizable audience to draw in for passive income. The problem? It takes a lot of work initially for little to no reward. However, The earning potential of a successful YouTube channel is high if you have a long-term perspective and don't mind front-loading your efforts. As you build up content, clicks, and views and expand your audience, passive income streams like affiliate sales, sponsorships, branded integrations, and ads can pile up. Even more, money can be made from creating a podcast and finding sponsors. 13. Invest in REITs. What if you lack the funds to purchase complete housing complexes? Can you still make money from rentals? Yes, you can. REIT platform like Fundrise allows you to invest in a variety of real estate assets with a $500 minimum investment and grow your passive income as the value of your investments improves. A REIT is a firm that owns and manages profitable real estate. By pooling their assets, smaller investors can make investments they otherwise couldn't afford. If you have startup capital, real estate investment trusts are one of the best income possibilities to consider as a long-term investment. Starting a business requires both upfront cash and extensive study. You don't want to enter into this venture mindlessly. Fortunately, there are several tools available to assist you in getting started. 14. Sell designs online. Selling digital designs on design marketplaces like 99 Designs, ThemeForest, or Creative Market is a terrific way to start a passive income stream. These platforms offer a built-in market already hungry for design materials, regardless of whether you use a website builder to create themes, logos, branding resources, templates, illustrations, or fonts. For instance, you would have to apply and wait for approval to begin selling designs on Creative Market. From there, you obtain your own retail space to begin offering your exclusive designs for sale. 15. Rent out your parking space. With little work, parking spaces that are not being used might be rented out to create passive income. You can generate income from the vacant space by advertising it locally or on a parking sharing website. Renters who want accessible parking will pay a charge, generating a consistent flow of income with minimal upkeep while you profit financially. Chapter 3. Entrepreneurship. It happens often. You're taking a brief break from work to watch a motivational YouTube video, like a TED Talk. An advertisement from a captivating person claims that you can make money while you sleep before the video even begins. Doing this allows you to live the life you want without dealing with the 9-to-5 grind. Same old crap, right? As business owners, we know that passive income is legitimate, despite some of these videos offering useless information. These are business people trying to pitch you on one of their programs. Looking at what they offer, it becomes clear that people must purchase their course to earn money. Put another way, the YouTube advertisement's subject is making a passive income. For instance, they might have created a method that helped them succeed in the real estate business. Through an online course, they now disclose their success secrets to viewers. Their main source of income was the sale of real estate. Through the educational course they developed, they now earn extra money. But should a respectable business invest its money to create a passive income? In my experience, the answer is unmistakably yes. Why is passive income necessary for entrepreneurs? For starters, it generates several sources of income. When your firm is bringing in 6 figures, extra or other sources of income might not seem relevant. But be aware, I speak from experience, that you might lose everything instantly. I've told my story several times and offered the highlights. After Amazon closed my first business, I lost everything quickly. Even though a passive income wouldn't have prevented my business from closing, it wouldn't have been as stressful if I had been earning money from several different sources. My family wouldn't have been hurt, and I might have been able to pay my expenses on time for a while. It would have been easier for my family and me to stand up again. Entrepreneurs can use this additional money to reduce their debt even if successful. How much would your life be better without being burdened with business or college loans? When free of this debt, you will feel lighter and can use that money to invest in your business, vacation fund, or retirement. Your chances of becoming a millionaire can increase if you have multiple sources of income. According to studies, self-made millionaires have 3 sources of income in 65% of cases. Of course, the Benjamins aren't the only focus. You're prepared and can concentrate more on the other important things when you can make extra money. Your mind is freed up, so you can work harder. You'll be able to generate more original ideas for how to develop your company. You'll figure out how to find more time for your loved ones, a hobby, education, or traveling. Startup and growth guidelines for a successful business. You must be adaptable and have solid organizing and planning abilities to succeed in business. You must maintain accurate records, implement effective plans, and deliver first-rate customer service if you want your firm to succeed. You should be prepared to put more time and effort into your business than you might for an employer. Plan everything out carefully and give yourself plenty of time to succeed. You can succeed in your enterprise by applying the following 9 tips, regardless of the type of business you intend to launch. 1. Set up a system. To be successful in business, you must be organized. It will help you in finishing tasks and keeping a schedule that is orderly. One of the best organizational techniques is to create a to-do list every day. As you complete each item on your list, cross it off. By doing this, you won't forget anything, and you'll do all the tasks necessary to ensure the longevity of your company. There are numerous SaaS technologies available to improve organizations. Slack, Asana, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and more recent additions are examples of such tools. A simple Excel spreadsheet will do for many organizational needs in a firm. 2. Keep thorough records. Successful firms all maintain thorough records. By doing this, you'll be aware of the company's financial situation and any prospective difficulties. Knowing this allows you to develop plans to deal with those difficulties. Most firms maintain 2 sets of records, on paper and online. A business can stop worrying about data loss by having continuously updated and backed up records. The physical record serves as a backup but is most often used to confirm the accuracy of the other data. 3. Examine your competitors. The best outcomes come from competition. If you want to thrive, you must not be afraid to do research and learn from your competitors. After all, they might be doing something correctly that you can adopt in your business to increase profits. The way you evaluate competition will vary by business. If you own a restaurant, you might be able to gather information by simply eating at your competitors' establishments, asking other patrons what they think, and so on. You can, however, be a business with far less access to your competition, like a chemicals industry. In that instance, you would consult a business expert and an accountant to review how the company portrays itself to the public and any financial data you may find about it. 4. Recognize the benefits and risks. Taking measured risks to advance your company is the key to success. An excellent question to ask is, what's the drawback? If you can respond to this question, you know the worst-case situation. Thanks to this understanding, you can take calculated risks resulting in enormous profits. Making wise business startup decisions requires an understanding of risks and rewards. 5. Be innovative. Always look for methods to improve your business and set it apart. Recognize your weakness and remain open to fresh perspectives and alternative business strategies. Numerous channels could provide extra income. Amazon is a good example. The business began as a bookshop and became a major e-commerce player. Few people anticipated that Amazon's web services section would be a significant source of revenue. When Jeff Bezos decided to stand down as CEO, the head of Amazon Web Services was named the new CEO because the division performed so well. 6. Maintain your focus. The adage, Rome wasn't built in a day, is applicable in this situation. Simply starting a business does not guarantee you will make money immediately. Keep your attention on attaining your immediate goals since it takes time for individuals to learn who you are. Many small business owners utilize their profits to pay back investment expenditures for several years before even turning a profit. When you are profitable and make more money than you need to spend on debt repayment and wages, you are in the black. However, suppose a company is still not making a profit after a considerable time. In that case, it may be valuable to investigate potential problems with a product or service, if the market still exists, and other problems that could hinder or even stop a business's expansion. 7. Be ready to make sacrifices. Even though starting a business requires a lot of labor, your work doesn't end when your doors are open. To succeed, you always need to put in more time than when you were working for someone else, which could entail sacrificing quality time with loved ones. For people dedicated to making their firm successful, the proverb, "There are no weekends and no vacations for business owners," may be accurate. There is nothing wrong with working a full-time job, and several business entrepreneurs overestimate the true cost of the sacrifices needed to launch and run a successful enterprise. 8. Deliver excellent service. Many businesses disregard the need to offer excellent customer service. If you give your clients better service, they'll be more likely to choose you over your competitors the next time they need something. The quality of a business's services often differentiates between successful and unsuccessful enterprises in today's competitive business market. The adage, "undersell and overdeliver," applies in this situation, and astute business owners would do well to heed it. 9. Be dependable. Being consistent is essential for business success. You must consistently take the steps necessary to achieve success. Long-term lucrative habits will be formed. As a result, they help you earn money. Chapter 4. Real Estate Investing. Real estate can be used in various ways to generate passive income. They include various strategies for making money from real estate investments, from low-cost, completely passive investments to more labor-intensive ones. There are options for every budget and level of time commitment with the variety of passive income streams available in the real estate industry. Any revenue derived from leasing properties and other real estate investments is considered passive income from real estate. Real estate passive income often necessitates an initial investment that yields ongoing revenue. While some passive real estate investing forms require more active management, others are hands-off. We'll discuss what generating passive income from real estate investments means and highlight how you might profit from real estate. How real estate can generate passive income. Here are just a few of the numerous real estate-related passive income opportunities. 1. Real estate investment trusts, REITs, that are traded publicly. The most simple and affordable way to invest in real estate to generate passive income is through real estate investment trusts, REITs, traded publicly on stock markets. To keep their tax-favored status with the IRS, REITs must pay dividends to stockholders equal to 90% of their taxable net income. They are, therefore, a fantastic source of income. Since most REIT shares trade for less than $100 each, REITs are also a low-cost investment. Because you only need to research and monitor the investment, they are passive investments. Because public REIT shares can be purchased and sold through a brokerage account every day the stock market is open, they are also very liquid investments. There are more than 200 REITs that are traded publicly. Many concentrate on particular property types, such as industrial, commercial, retail, or residential properties, or they concentrate on particular markets, like the Sun Belt or the West Coast. This gives investors a wide range of possibilities for investing in passive income. 2. REITs, exchange-traded funds, ETFs. REIT ETFs are a terrific option for new investors to start making passive real estate income. Since they own a variety of REITs, there is less chance they would lose money if one of their holdings drops its dividend due to deteriorating market conditions. REIT ETFs are comparatively inexpensive since you need to purchase one share. They are extremely liquid since they are traded on the stock market. One of the most effective passive real estate investment methods is through ETFs. They expose the holder to stock market volatility, much like public REITs. ETFs also charge investors a fee, known as the ETF expense ratio. 3. REIT mutual funds. Similar to REIT ETFs are REIT mutual funds. They hold a variety of REITs, giving investors access to a wide range of the industry. The mutual fund is actively managed by management who seeks to purchase shares of REITs they predict will outperform a benchmark index. Due to this active management, REIT mutual funds often possess a higher expense ratio than REIT ETFs. Additionally, their minimum commitment is often larger, at roughly $2,000. A broker is typically required to buy REIT mutual funds on your behalf. 4. Non-traded REITs. Non-traded REITs do not trade on stock exchanges. Investors instead buy shares through a financial advisor or a direct-to-consumer website like Fundrise or Realty Mogul. Historically, private real estate investments have been less volatile and have a greater income yield than publicly traded REITs. The minimum commitment for many private REITs is larger, $2,500 or more, and they also demand that investors work with a financial advisor. Non-traded REITs are comparatively difficult to buy or sell shares of, making them illiquid investments. Many non-traded REIT sponsors limit the redemptions they'll carry out and only redeem shares once every quarter. 4. Property syndications. Commercial real estate investments can be made passively, thanks to real estate syndications. They enable an investor to join as a limited partner in a single property asset, e.g., a multifamily building, office complex, or self-storage facility, or a real estate sponsor-managed real estate private equity fund. The passive income the asset or fund produces is divided among the partners. Private real estate investments are less volatile and often have a better income yield than publicly traded REITs. Investors can participate in single real estate syndications and funds through internet portals like CrowdStreet and Equity Multiple or directly with real estate transaction sponsors. But only accredited investors are often allowed to join real estate syndications. An accredited investor must have at least $200,000 in annual income, $300,000 if married, or a net worth of $1 million apart from their primary residence. They often need a minimum commitment of more than $10,000 as well. Syndication arrangements are likewise illiquid investments because they often call for 5 to 10-year holding periods. 6. Investments that are backed by real estate and that are debt-like. Debt-like investments can also be a source of passive income from real estate. You're giving out a loan to pay for a property's purchase, remodeling, redevelopment, or new construction. There are various choices, such as purchasing mortgage notes, lending hard money for a home flip or development project, and participating in single asset syndication deals using mezzanine financing or preferred equity. The debt secured by real estate is typically a lower risk investment. However, as it is a fixed income investment, there is no chance for capital growth. 7. House hacking. One way to make money from your current home is through house hacking. House hacking can take many forms, such as buying a duplex or fourplex and renting out the other units while living in one unit, renting a room in your house to a relative or a college student, or turning a basement or garage into a small rental unit. Rental money from house hacking can help with all or some of your living expenditures. It's not fully passive income, though. For instance, you could have to restore anything a renter damaged, which can be a privacy invasion. House hacking has additional tax repercussions and may require a sizable upfront investment to buy the rental property or create a place for tenants. 8. Short-term rental accommodations. Many people turn to short-term holiday rentals as a passive real estate income source. You purchase a house or apartment in a holiday destination and let it to leisure travelers. Renters can be easily found and listed on websites like Airbnb, Airbnb 5.26%. Short-term rentals can be a valuable source of income because they often have higher rental rates than long-term rentals. You can also use your vacation home when empty, which is a perk. However, short-term rentals aren't quite passive since much labor is involved in property management. Instead of being a real estate investment, a vacation rental is more akin to a hospitality business. You can engage a property manager to make it a passive investment, but their fees represent a sizable chunk of the rental income. The upfront cost of short-term rental units is significant. Typically, a 20% down payment, closing charges, and money set aside for vacancies and maintenance are required. High vacancy rates are another issue with vacation rentals, particularly off-peak and during a recession, which makes the passive income quite erratic. 9. Residential rentals. Another strategy to make passive real estate income is to own rental properties. Many people rent single-family homes or condos to long-term renters, 12 months or more, to make a somewhat consistent living from rentals. Rental properties aren't completely passive assets, though. If you don't engage a property manager, you can get a call at 2 in the morning to fix a broken toilet. Additionally, The revenue can vary from month to month based on spending, and if there are many unforeseen expenses, you might not be able to create any passive income. Finally, like short-term vacation rentals, rental properties often demand a sizable upfront investment. 10. Land leases. With land leases, you can make money without having to own a structure by owning land. The land under a building that you rent to the building's owner is your property. A ground lease often entails relatively little risk and produces predictable passive leasing income. Ground leases provide less income potential in exchange for a lower risk environment. Additionally, they have a hefty upfront expense for buying the land. What are types of real estate? Due to the abundance of alternatives, real estate investing can occasionally feel daunting. Understanding the 4 main forms of real estate and how they work if you're starting in the industry is beneficial. The real estate asset class that is optimal for your investing strategy can then be determined. Residential real estate. Properties used for residential purposes are considered residential real estate. Single-family homes, condominiums, cooperatives, duplexes, townhouses, and multifamily buildings are a few examples. Commercial real estate. This includes any property used only for commercial activities, including office buildings, shopping malls, restaurants, hotels, petrol stations, grocery stores, theaters, hospitals, and office buildings. Industrial real estate. Any property utilized for production, distribution, storage, manufacturing, and R&D is considered industrial real estate. Land. This category includes undeveloped real estate, open space, and agricultural grounds like farms, orchards, ranches, and wooded areas. Special purpose. Real estates used by the general public, such as cemeteries, government structures, libraries, parks, and schools. Strategies to invest in real estate. Investing in real estate can be a successful way to accumulate money over time, but having a sound plan is crucial to reduce risks and optimize rewards. Here are some real estate investing strategies that may be effective. 1. Purchase and rent. Real estate investing is a common investment strategy that entails renting a house to renters. For rental properties, many real estate investors prefer to purchase single-family houses, condos, or townhomes. To ensure you can profit through rental income, study the best areas with high demand before purchasing. 2. Purchase and hold. According to their investment goals and strategy, investors that use the buy and hold investing strategy purchase real estate and hold it for a short or long period. To produce rental income and maybe experience capital appreciation, an investor will typically purchase an undervalued property, make necessary repairs, and then rent it out. To avoid paying taxes in the form of capital gains, they can use the 1031 exchange rule to reinvest in another property if they desire to sell the property rather than receive cash. 3. Fix and flip. An investing method known as fix and flip entails buying a distressed or undervalued property, rehabilitating or repairing it, and reselling it for a profit. Generally speaking, it is viewed as a high-risk investment strategy. 4. BRRRR. The real estate investment strategy known as BRRRR, or buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat, is buying a foreclosed property, rehabilitating it, renting it out, financing it to gain equity, and then using that equity to buy additional properties. The investor often withdraws funds once the property can produce consistent cash flow. Real estate investment trusts, REITs. Companies called real estate investment trusts, REITs, typically invest in income-producing real estate like apartment complexes or shopping centers. Rent from such properties normally brings in money each month, and REITs provide 90% of that money back to shareholders in the form of dividends. This kind of real estate investment strategy enables ordinary investors to make investments in a portfolio of real estate assets that are expertly managed. They are a fantastic solution for investors who prefer investing in real estate but do not wish to own assets. 6. Real estate investment groups, REIG. Real estate investment groups, REIGs, are a form of real estate investment strategy that combines funds from many investors to buy and manage properties collectively. 7. Crowdfunding. A real estate investment strategy known as crowdfunding is collecting funds from numerous people to pay for a property's acquisition, remodeling, or development. An investor needs a real estate investment platform to connect with other investors and developers. Investors can use the platform to determine which investment projects best meet their needs. 8. Wholesaling. Finding and purchasing a property at a discount, then passing on or selling the contract to another buyer or investor for a profit without taking possession of the property is the real estate investing method known as wholesaling. The price you suggest to a potential buyer or investor consists of the property fee plus your premium, essentially your finder's fee. 9. House hacking. House hacking involves buying a house, living in only a portion, and renting out the rest to make money. This can be an excellent approach to investing in real estate riches with little out-of-pocket expense. 10. Private lending. A real estate investment strategy known as private lending involves investors lending money to property owners or developers who cannot secure conventional financing from banks or other financial institutions. Chapter 5. Stock market investing. One way to buy stock in a publicly traded company is to invest in dividend-paying stocks. Many stocks distribute cash dividends to shareholders to distribute a portion of their earnings. Quarterly dividend payments are the norm. You have the choice of taking the cash dividend payment or reinvesting it in more shares of stock. One of the best strategies to generate passive income for long-term investors is constructing a portfolio of dividend-paying securities or funds. A passive income strategy with the potential for cash flow and capital growth is investing in stocks that pay dividends. Why the stock market is the most reliable passive income source. Many options are accessible for those trying to increase their money, making the world of investing rather overwhelming. However, those looking to create a passive income stream prefer the stock market. Many investors think it's a worthwhile investment option despite the inherent risks because of the possible benefits. Here, we'll look at 10 convincing arguments for why many believe the stock market is the best passive income source currently accessible. 1. High potential returns. The stock market allows investors to earn significant returns unequaled by other passive income sources, even though earnings are not guaranteed. One of the main factors influencing why so many people go to the stock market for long-term investing prospects is the possibility of substantial gains. Even though there is no way to predict the future, historical evidence demonstrates that a well-diversified stock portfolio may provide a respectable return on investment over time. This may be alluring for those aiming to increase their wealth to fund retirement or other long-term financial goals. But investors should always research extensively and speak with financial advisors before making investment decisions because larger rewards often come with higher risks. 2. Diversification. A key component of stock market investment is diversification, which can reduce risk for investors. Investors expose themselves to the risks linked to that specific business when they invest all of their capital in a single stock. However, they can lower their overall risk exposure by distributing their investments over several stocks. This is because different equities behave differently depending on the market environment. When one industry or sector is struggling, others may be expanding. A portfolio becomes balanced as a result. Additionally, diversification enables investors to benefit from developing markets or industries. Investors investing in emerging businesses may gain from being early adopters of cutting-edge technologies or sectors expected to experience fast expansion. This is crucial because focusing just on well-established businesses may restrict an investor's ability to expand. 3. Liquidity. Due to the stock market's high level of liquidity, investors can readily purchase and sell equities whenever needed. As a result, it is an easy and adaptable method of investing, enabling investors to react rapidly to changes in the market. The stock market also functions worldwide, giving investors access to various businesses from around the globe. Investors can diversify their investment portfolios by exploiting emerging markets and other economies. The stock market is a flexible and appealing investment option for passive income due to its liquidity and global presence. 4. Easy access. In the past, wealthy people and institutional investors were the dominant participants in the stock market. However, it is now easier than ever for the common person to trade in equities because of the growth of online trading platforms. Due to their inexpensive fees and user-friendly interfaces, Online trading platforms have increased the common person's accessibility to the stock market. Due to the democratization of investing, as a result, anyone with access to the internet and some extra cash can trade stocks. As a result, people now have more control over their money and can become financially independent thanks to passive income from stock market investments. 5. Low entry barriers. Very low entrance hurdles are another benefit of stock market investing. While many equities can be purchased cheaply, many investments require large capital to get started, making them inaccessible to investors with various budgets. Additionally, some online brokers even provide commission-free trading, which makes buying and selling stocks by investors more affordable. This helps in lowering entrance barriers and increases accessibility for those with limited means to stock market investment. 6. Passive income. Buying assets that pay dividends might be a way to generate passive income. Investors can establish a consistent income stream without actively managing their investments by holding stocks that offer monthly dividends. Stocks that generate dividends can offer investors a steady stream of passive income. Thanks to consistent dividends, investors can benefit from a regular income flow source without often acquiring and selling stocks. This could be a practical approach to increase revenue without adding more work or danger. 7. Prolonged growth. A long-term strategy is necessary when investing in the stock market because it can take time for investments to realize their full potential. But one major benefit of stock investing is the possibility for long-term growth. The stock market is desirable for anyone accumulating money over the long term since it has regularly outperformed other investing alternatives. 8. Inflation hedge. Investing in the stock market might be a good strategy to hedge against inflation as it gradually reduces the purchasing power of cash. This is because businesses can raise the prices of their goods and services to keep up with inflation. Doing so will result in more sales and earnings, ultimately improving the value of stocks. Consequently, despite the effects of inflation, stock investing can help investors maintain their living standards and even grow their wealth over time. 9. Tax advantages. Additionally, there can be tax advantages to stock market investing. For instance, capital gains tax rates, often lower than income tax rates, might benefit investors. Additionally, lower tax rates can apply to dividends from eligible equities. Additionally, some retirement plans, like 401ks and individual retirement accounts, IRAs, permit investors to take advantage of tax benefits while buying stocks. For instance, while gains in Roth IRAs are tax-free, donations to standard IRAs are often tax-deductible. This makes stock market trading a wise decision for people wishing to increase their retirement savings while lowering their tax liability. 10. Professional leadership. Finally, stock market investments give investors access to the knowledge of seasoned fund managers. Investors can receive exposure to various equities and gain from the skills and experience of qualified managers by investing in mutual funds or exchange-traded funds, ETFs. Earning passive income on the stock market. How do I generate passive income from X, Y, or Z? Is a common question. The reality is that many of the strategies that are discussed online aren't at all passive. The strategy is no longer passive if daily or weekly portfolio rebalancing is required. Here, I'll walk you through how to generate legitimate passive income on the stock market. Value investing, option sales, and dividend investment will all be covered. Value investing. A value investor purchases and keeps onto stocks that they are optimistic about. For instance, I recently purchased Intel, INTC, because I am confident in its ability to become a major player in the semiconductor industry. I think chip delays are a small cause for their stock to have already plummeted overnight. As long as the underlying asset is a wise choice, your capital will continue to grow when you use value investing. You might profit from selling your annual gains and keeping the profits as income. In this manner, your principal will always remain the same, but you will make money from stock and capital gains. Selling options. It's proven that selling options is a great strategy to make passive income. Selling annual or biannual calls on equities you own can enhance cash flow with little effort for people short on time. My Cloudflare, NET, plays serve as an illustration of this strategy. I recently purchased 100 shares of NET and earned $100 by selling a covered call with 1 month remaining. There is no downside risk if you sell these calls for more than their cost basis. In this manner, even if you must sell your shares, you still profit from the premium and stock appreciation. Investing in dividends. Because you never have to buy or sell again, dividend investing is the most widely used method of creating passive income on the stock market. You can invest in well-known dividend companies, such as J&J, T, etc., and hold them for the rest of your life if DRIP, dividend reinvestment, is enabled. Your dividends will compound over time, resulting in exponential growth, or dividend compounding. If you're young and have a long time before retirement, you can use this strategy to your advantage by letting your dividends accumulate and grow your wealth. More on this will be covered in the next chapter. Chapter 6. Dividend Investing. When asked to list their investment goals, most investors prioritize share price appreciation. Dividend investors, on the other hand, put the dividend yield of a company's stock above all else, even price growth. A dividend investing plan can be advantageous for younger and older investors who want to use dividends as a passive source of income in retirement. Starting early can be advantageous because companies' dividend yields often rise over time. What is dividend investing? Dividend investing is known as purchasing stocks to obtain regular income in the form of dividends and the potential for stock appreciation. Many businesses distribute a portion of their profits as dividends to their shareholders as a thank you for retaining their stock. It encourages shareholders to hold on to the stock and conveys the firm's confidence. To generate a sizable stream of passive income, dividend investors typically only invest in businesses that pay dividends. A shareholder may benefit from dividend income and share price growth with dividend investing. The board must authorize a dividend before it can be paid out, which typically occurs every quarter. Investors consider a company's dividend yield to determine whether its payout is appealing. The dividend yield is computed by taking a corporation's annual dividend per share and multiplying it by the stock price at the time. How dividend stocks work. As with other stock categories, you can invest in dividend stocks. You can purchase shares of a stock through your brokerage account or other investment accounts, such as your 401k or IRA. The board of directors of a firm makes the decisions regarding dividend payments. The board must consent to declare a dividend and determine the payout amount. Cash payments, stock shares, or reinvestment plans are all examples of dividends. The payout date and the ex-dividend date are crucial dates to be aware of. The record date, the day a list of eligible shareholders is compiled, is typically one day after the ex-dividend date, which is the deadline for receiving the announced dividend. You must be listed as a shareholder on the company's books before the ex-dividend date to collect the dividend. If you wait to buy, you'll have to wait until the subsequent payment, which may not come until the following month, quarter, or year. How the corporation has set up its dividend program will determine how much you will receive in dividends. Cash, which typically goes into your investing account, could be given to you. The most common form of dividend can be withdrawn or put toward expanding your portfolio. Additionally, equity dividends are possible. You will receive more shares of the stock you own rather than cash. Some businesses have dividend reinvestment programs, or DRIPs, that allow you to reinvest dividends you receive back into the business. Special dividends are a one-time bonus some businesses offer in addition to normal payouts. Your pay is based on several variables. Stock dividends are paid out per share, so the more you buy, the more dividends you'll receive. Payout rates vary by firm, with some being more generous than others. In addition, businesses may make payouts at lesser rates, say, every quarter rather than annually. How is taxation of dividend stocks done? Dividend stocks are taxable, but the amount of tax you owe varies depending on how long you've owned them and what kind of account they are in. The tax rate on dividends is equal to that on long-term capital gains. The dividend is qualified if you own the shares for at least 60 days before the ex-dividend date. The tax on long-term capital gains is between 0% and 15% to 20%, depending on your income. You will be subjected to taxation at the same rate as long-term capital gains if you receive non-qualified dividends. Depending on your income, this rate can range from 10% to 37%. Who wouldn't find the idea of passive income appealing? After all, who wouldn't want to do nothing more than sit back and watch their extra money slowly grow in value? But it's easier said than done to make passive income. It only originates from trustworthy opportunities that have the potential for big payouts. When you own shares in a firm, dividends are a regular payout for your portion of the company profits, and this kind of investment can satisfy these criteria. You might want to consult a financial expert to assess how dividends fit into your investment strategy. How to find the best dividend stocks. Dividend payments each quarter, month, or year are a great source of passive income. Finding companies with a history of profitability and consistent payouts is essential. Find the best dividend stocks by using the following tips. Invest in companies with a track record of reliability. A company isn't necessarily the best investment because it has a billion-dollar valuation. Additionally, the business must distribute dividends to its stockholders. Therefore, it is wise to verify the U.S. records of dividend payments made in the past as disclosed by the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. A corporation that has paid its stockholders for several years will typically continue to do so. On the other hand, a company with significant earnings but no history of paying dividends might be a risky purchase if you want to boost your passive income. Balance is another important consideration. While it may sound great for a company to distribute every last cent of its revenues to shareholders, a payout ratio of 100% is not a viable business model. A firm that consistently distributes no more than 60% of its dividend earnings is a good investment. By doing this, the firm will be able to grow and maintain itself, generating larger returns in the years to come. Efficiency and stable cash flow. Significantly profitable businesses are more likely to distribute dividends. On the other hand, a company that posts year-over-year losses is likely to see a decline in its stock price and a reduction in its business activities. Cash flow is, therefore, essential. A thriving business will probably have better cash flow, which increases the likelihood of dividends. By looking through its financial reports, determine whether sizable sums of money consistently enter and exit a company's accounts. You're not necessarily searching for the company with the most eye-catching product or an initial public offering, IPO, that grabs attention. Rather, you're searching for companies with mountains of icy, hard cash. It isn't easy to have cash flow when a company isn't making more money than it is spending. Thus, earnings are an important aspect of the picture. You may therefore determine how probable a company is to pay dividends in the future by looking at income estimates. In general, businesses anticipating growth of at least 5% over the coming years are eligible to pay dividends to their shareholders. Prevent debt. Debt may indicate that money won't be moving in the direction of an investor, just as cash flow indicates a company's capacity to pay dividends. A company with a debt-to-equity ratio of 2.00 or greater would not be the ideal investment, even though not all debt is catastrophic. Profitable businesses with significant debt will probably use extra funds to pay off loans and lines of credit. Taking care of financial obligations for a long-term business plan makes sense, but it is not beneficial to shareholders. As a result, avoid taking on excessive debt and concentrate on companies with complete discretion over how they spend their money. Analyze the market. Considering the larger economic backdrop is a component of researching a company. Market trends and dynamics in a particular industry are just as important as a company's cash flow. For instance, a company that experiences a few successful quarters in a declining industry could not be around to continue paying dividends in a few years. Contrarily, biotech has historically been a profitable business and is likely to remain so, given the surge in vaccine and antiviral products brought on by COVID-19. Biotech businesses will have much room to expand their operations without experiencing cash flow problems because medical necessity and international government funding drive them ahead. How to create passive income from dividends. You can build a dividend portfolio after researching firms that will pay dividends. Once you make your acquisitions and retain the assets quickly, your stock holdings should start producing passive income. No investment, however, is risk-free. Follow these instructions to increase your passive income and mitigate your risks. 1. Utilize dividends as investments. Dividend reinvestment is a great strategy to boost your passive income. You can buy more stock using dividend money rather than keeping it all to yourself. You can earn more money by increasing your exposure to your chosen companies. Reinvesting for several years might increase the amount of passive income you generate. However, investing is always risky, so there's a risk you could lose your extra money. 2. You have the advantage of the time. Even if your investments initially appear underwhelming, the stock price should rise with time. If your research is thorough and you invest in firms with strong foundations, they will succeed, and their stock price will rise. Additionally, as time goes on, you gain because the price you paid for your stock was a fixed cost in the past. In other words, you can get dividends the longer you keep stock. A profitable company's stock price doesn't need to soar for you to generate passive income. It merely needs to continue returning earnings to its investors. 3. Be wary of risk. Although dividends are a great source of passive income, they are not always successful. Your dividend holdings could lose value like any other stock, bond, real estate, or asset investment. In particular, one or more of the businesses you invest in could face years of stagnation or failure. Because of the risks involved, diversification is crucial. It makes sense to diversify in this situation on two different levels. First, your investment portfolio, and second, your passive income sources. Risk can never be eliminated, but it may be minimized. Don't put all your eggs in a basket. Make thoughtful investments across various resources and opportunities for more dependable returns. Chapter 7. Building a passive income portfolio. The idea of a passive income portfolio is becoming increasingly popular these days. Simply put, a passive income portfolio is a group of income streams you establish to earn money without actively participating. Put another way, it is a means of earning money even while you are not working. This can be achieved in multiple ways, including stock investment, producing digital goods, or accumulating a portfolio of rental properties. Building a passive income portfolio can be a wonderful choice if you seek strategies to increase your income and achieve financial independence. But with so many options available, knowing where to start can be difficult. Because of this, we'll examine the advantages of setting up a passive income portfolio in this chapter and offer you advice on how to do it. At the end of this chapter, you'll have a comprehensive knowledge of a passive income portfolio, how it can help you, and the actions you can take to build your own. So, let's get started. The benefits of a passive income portfolio. A passive income portfolio might be a game changer when creating a successful internet business. The following are some of the major benefits of building a portfolio of passive income. Financial freedom. The possibility of gaining financial freedom is one of the main advantages of a passive income portfolio. You can acquire a level of financial security that enables you to live life on your terms by creating a portfolio of income streams that provide income even when you're not working. Affiliate marketing, e-commerce, and digital items are popular internet business models that produce passive income. Control and flexibility. You can work from any location when you have a passive income portfolio. Because of this, you can create a work schedule that fits your lifestyle rather than the other way around. You may scale and diversify your income streams by creating a passive income portfolio, which gives you more control over your financial destiny. Room for growth. The possibility for long-term growth is another advantage of a passive income portfolio. You might find additional sources of income and investment opportunities as you continue to expand your portfolio, which might boost your earnings even further. You can also keep growing your portfolio and creating a more stable financial future by reinvesting your profits in new businesses. More time and less stress. Finally, creating a portfolio of passive income can aid in improving your work-life balance. Creating a reliable passive income stream can alleviate money-related stress and anxiety. This can give you more time to devote to hobbies, personal pursuits, and quality time with loved ones. In conclusion, a passive income portfolio can offer monetary independence, adaptability, and development prospects. Additionally, it can lessen stress and give more time for pursuing interests outside of work. So, creating a passive income portfolio may be the best option if you're seeking a strategy to guarantee your financial future and get more flexibility and control over your life. How to build a passive income portfolio. After discussing the advantages of a passive income portfolio, Let's look at how to create one. Here are some important actions to think about. The best online business to choose. Selecting the ideal internet business is the first step in creating a portfolio of passive income sources. This entails choosing a lucrative niche and investigating market demand and competitors. Affiliate marketing, e-commerce, and digital items are well-liked methods for making passive money online. Write a business plan. Once you've determined your niche, a business plan including your goals and timetables is crucial. A marketing and sales plan should be included to help meet your revenue goals. Creating several income streams. You must create numerous income streams to create a sustainable passive income portfolio. This entails experimenting with various revenue strategies and diversifying your passive income streams. Subscription-based services, product sales, and advertising revenue are some revenue structures. Keeping an eye on your portfolio. Finally, to ensure your portfolio's continued performance, managing and monitoring it is critical. Several tools and resources are available for portfolio management, such as financial tracking software and online business networks. Additionally, tracking and enhancing the performance of your portfolio can show you where there is room for development and expansion. In conclusion, creating a portfolio of passive income sources can be quite profitable. You can obtain financial freedom, flexibility, and control over your life by picking the perfect internet business, developing a strong business strategy, building several revenue sources, and managing and monitoring your portfolio. So why not start creating your portfolio of passive income right away? Common mistakes to avoid. Even while creating a portfolio of passive income can be a very gratifying experience, it's crucial to avoid some common pitfalls. Here are some danger signs to look out for. A lack of persistence and patience. Lack of tenacity and patience is one of the major mistakes people make while constructing a passive income portfolio. Adopting a long-term perspective and recognizing that success requires time and work is critical. Focusing on immediate gains. Another common blunder is to prioritize short-term rewards over long-term goals. While generating revenue in the short term is critical, striking a balance by emphasizing sustainable growth over the long run is equally necessary. Staying away from quick money scams is essential for creating a portfolio of consistent passive income. Overspending in one sector. Another error to avoid is making excessive investments in one area. Diversification is essential to spread risk among various investments and prevent losses that could impact your entire portfolio. Investigating various revenue models and income streams is crucial to create a well-balanced portfolio. Disregarding personal growth. Lastly, failing to prioritize personal growth can impede the creation of a profitable passive income strategy. Continuous learning and skill development are important to stay abreast of market changes and one step ahead of the competition. Long-term success in building an online business can be achieved by making time for personal growth. By staying away from these common mistakes, you can improve your chances of success and create a portfolio of consistent passive income that gives you financial freedom, flexibility, and control over your life. To reach your goals for passive income, be patient, concentrate on sustainable growth, diversify your investments, and make personal development investments. Chapter 8. Achieving Financial Freedom Through Passive Income. Everyone wants to be able to live their lives without worrying about money. To protect against daily life's uncertainties and lay a financial basis for security later in life, this can be accomplished by investing in passive income. One of the best paths to achieving financial independence, the ability to live independently of others, is through passive income. Passive activities like car or hotel rentals, babysitting, freelance work, and even online sales don't need to deal with buyers or merchandise. Using a passive income approach entails certain risks but presents chances for long-term wealth creation. In this chapter, we'll discuss the importance of financial freedom and how having passive income can help you get there faster than those who don't have your advantages. What is financial freedom? It would be appropriate to precisely describe financial freedom before further examining its significance. I've heard several different explanations, so let me offer you mine. It is when you are no longer required to work to maintain your standard of living. when one's assets, large or small, cover living expenses. Living expenses for some individuals may include a studio apartment with low travel and entertainment expenses. Other living expenses include keeping a huge home, regular dining out at pricey restaurants, and expensive entertainment. Financial freedom, whatever its definition, is the capacity to support a lifestyle without actively working. Understanding the importance of financial freedom. The subject of personal finance is broad. Debt reduction, becoming debt-free, spending patterns, money management, investment, and many more topics. All are very important, but I give financial freedom a higher priority. The person who achieves financial freedom and maintains that freedom has done something right. They may not have done everything correctly and undoubtedly still make mistakes now and then, but they do many things correctly. Obtaining and maintaining financial freedom is a difficult task. 1. More options. Said having greater financial freedom provides us with more options. More options for where to buy food, what to work on, where to live, where to send our kids to school, and much more. The possibilities exist, even though the financially free person might not use them all. For instance, someone financially secure may decide to work in a profession that gives them more fulfillment than someone living paycheck to paycheck. They can choose their working hours, many of the duties they want to complete, and the region of the country they wish to work in. 2. The capacity to think strategically. The capacity to play the long game is number 2 on the list of importance for financial freedom. A financially independent person can make choices based on long-term perspectives, not merely the immediate goal of daily existence and meeting necessities. 2 examples are starting a business or accepting a job at a small corporation. Although their initial pay may be lower than it would be if a huge corporation employed them, there may be a lot greater potential for growth. Future work hours could be reduced, more money could be made, control over the implementation of systems could be gained, etc. 3. Aligning values and spending. Unless they were lucky or received a sizable sum, the financially secure person likely made wise judgments in the past. Most likely, their ideals and their spending are compatible. It's important to emphasize this idea. We gain more clarity when our ideals and our expenditures are in line. We only spend money on items important to us and our needs. There is no wastage, but there is also no deprivation or sense of being left out. That indicates that there is financial harmony. 4. New perspectives. Financial independence brings a new perspective. Instead of focusing on money, decisions are made based on beliefs, lifestyle, and life goals. The financially independent individual still values money, but it is not their primary motivation. It doesn't have to be the decisive factor because money is already taken care of. This does not imply that the financially independent individual can start spending money like there is no tomorrow. That is a simple way to go from being financially free to being in debt. It simply means that factors other than money will influence decisions more. In this scenario, a person can switch from a high-stress job that pays well to a lower-stress job that pays less. 5. Reduced stress. The word money has a lot of power. The mere mention of the phrase can cause worry, fear, and trepidation in people facing financial difficulties. The significance of financial independence is evident in this situation. A financially free person can worry about many other things, but money is not one of them. Sure, we'll all worry if a loved one becomes sick or if our kids spend the night out with friends. And a lot of the issues we worry about are uncontrollable. But one can control their spending of money. This develops gradually over time, but it's a concept that goes beyond money and is quite powerful. 6. A sense of fulfillment. The sense of accomplishment is often ignored. Despite not appearing on the balance sheet, this is nevertheless substantial. Life isn't just about getting rich or hitting your financial targets. Putting your mind to something, establishing a goal, acting to fulfill the objective, and achieving the goal are all important aspects of life. It comes with a sense of fulfillment and achievement. Imagine a professional sports team that triumphs in the championship. The victory and championship themselves are the primary motivation for putting in the hours in the weight room, practice field, and film room. However, bonuses and other financial incentives come with winning. That sense of success. The same is true for reaching goals, whether they are related to money, sports, careers, families, etc. 7. What you become through the process. The value of financial independence goes beyond money. Achieving financial freedom isn't only about the sense of accomplishment mentioned in the previous section. It's also about who you grow to be in the process. You need to improve throughout the process to reach financial freedom. Jim Rohn states, "Set goals not for the outcome itself, but for who you become in the process." There is no way around this unless you were the beneficiary of a large inheritance or won the lottery. You must improve to reap the financial benefits of financial freedom. That entails learning new skills, expanding your horizons, experimenting, and taking reasonable risks. As a result of conquering obstacles, you develop personally, and it only makes sense that your financial situation will follow suit. 8. More self-confidence. It's normal for your confidence to grow as you reach your goals. Confidence soars when you set a goal, like becoming financially free, and achieve it. You focused on a distant objective and attained it. That's a huge accomplishment and victory. Your confidence to set other ambitious goals increases due to the significance of accomplishing a goal like financial freedom. Why not aim higher now that you've already achieved a sizable financial goal? It need not be related to personal finance. It can be your health, family, travels, or anything else. The new goal truly doesn't matter because you are sure you can achieve it. Many people strive for financial freedom their entire lives but never succeed. You can focus on achieving other milestones now that you've accomplished them. 9. Improved relationships. One of the leading factors of divorce in the United States is often listed as financial disputes. Although it helps, achieving financial freedom does not guarantee that all money issues will be resolved, and not merely because one has attained financial freedom. It's also how people have achieved financial freedom in the past. When a couple achieves financial independence, something positive must have transpired. Many things went perfectly for me to achieve financial freedom, although there may have been ups and downs, obstacles, and perhaps even a few money disputes. A couple that has achieved joint financial independence has gone through the fire and prevailed. They profit from being financially free and overcoming the obstacles and adversity necessary to get there. The win has more flavor when it occurs naturally. 10. Financial harmony. The pursuit of financial harmony is crucial to reaching financial freedom. Being rich or wealthy isn't always necessary for financial harmony. It has to do with having enough and feeling secure about your finances. The sensation of having enough money to cover basic requirements, wants, travel arrangements, family obligations, and much more is known as financial harmony. Financial harmony is a concept that is incredibly difficult to quantify. Others probably won't get it until they are in the millions or tens of millions, while others get it when they hit 6 figures. Decide on your number and strive to achieve it. 5 steps to financial freedom. You must envision your final financial freedom goal before you set out on this road. Is it a specific amount of money in your investment and savings accounts? Is it debt-free in its entirety? Determine the point at which your financial troubles and concerns significantly decrease. This point varies for each person. Then continue reading to discover how to obtain the financial freedom you desire. 1. Recognize where you are right now. Knowing where you stand right now is the first step toward financial freedom. This entails clearly understanding your debt load, savings balance, monthly expenses, income, etc. Put another way, you must be familiar with your financial statement and reasonably understand your income, expenses, assets, and liabilities. Once you have these figures, you can continue to step 2 of your road toward financial freedom, which is writing down your goals. 2. Write your goals down. Why do you need money? It can be paying off a student loan, starting a business, traveling, arranging child weddings, saving for retirement, etc. You wish to achieve these goals as soon as you have enough money. Therefore, money is just a tool to help you reach your financial goals. However, until you put your goals on paper, your money will be wasted, and you won't know how to use it wisely. Therefore, put down your top 5 goals for the upcoming 1, 5, 10, and 20 years on paper. Additionally, be sure to establish SMART goals as you write your goals. It denotes specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound goals. For instance, a specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound goal is to amass $1 million by 2050 to pay for your retirement. 3. Monitor your expenses. Tracking your spending is a crucial next step toward financial freedom. You can accomplish this in various ways, such as using an Excel spreadsheet or a notebook. You can also use the ET Money app's Money Tracker feature, a simple and useful method to keep track of your spending. The program automatically tracks your spending, classifying them according to travel, shopping, dining out, etc. This spending tracking increases accountability and is a crucial step toward financial freedom. Additionally, it reveals a lot of unnecessary purchases you made just because you felt like it. An impulsive purchase, if anything, symbolizes losing control and stands in the way of your quest for financial independence. Therefore, you must maintain control by meticulously keeping track of your spending. 4. Pay yourself first. Pay yourself first refers to saving a set amount of money in an investment or savings account before paying any other bills, discretionary expenses, rent, etc. Paying yourself first has been one simple step that has brought many people closer to financial freedom. This works because it drives us to look at other options to keep your costs down. For instance, you would be required to take further action if the remaining authorized expenses were insufficient. This can involve making simple lifestyle adjustments to reduce spending or starting a side hustle to complement your present income. In either case, paying yourself first ensures you consistently set money aside to invest in your future finances and self-improvement. 5. Spend less. Savings equal earnings. However, the ratio of $1 earned to 1 saved is not equal because you make much more money when you invest that $1. Spending less today does not entail giving up your current way of life. Smart spending, which may be done in various inventive ways, is more important for financial freedom. One of the popular methods is to develop your cooking skills to save money on eating out. Establishing auto debits to prevent late fees on your credit cards. Simply delaying a non-essential purchase by a few days will significantly reduce impulse expenditures, ultimately getting you closer to financial freedom. 6. Pay your debt off. In multiple ways, paying off a large debt promotes financial freedom. You do, after all, have more potential future cash flow. Your credit standing is excellent. Most significantly, completing a loan removes a tremendous burden from your shoulders. There are 2 primary approaches to debt repayment. The first is the snowball approach, in which the smallest debt is paid off first. In other words, cross off one item from your list before moving on to the larger bills. The avalanche technique is the second way to pay off debt, in which you pay off the debts that have the highest interest rate before moving on to the debts with lower interest rates. Both approaches are effective, so if you're drowning in debt, choose the one that suits you best. But there is no ignoring the fact that one of the most important steps to gaining financial freedom is paying off debt. 7. Constantly move your career forward. One of the quickest methods to achieve financial freedom is to increase your income while maintaining or reducing your expenses. This necessitates constant effort on your part to advance your business or career. For instance, by developing new, useful skills and improving your worth to your employer, your career, and thus, your salary may advance more quickly. If you work for yourself, this entails developing growth strategies to keep your business expanding. Therefore, if you have been letting your job advancement depend on chance, now is a good moment to evaluate how to quicken the process. Your income levels will rise, as a result, putting you one step closer to financial independence. 8. Develop new sources of income. A 9-to-5 work might not be enough for most people serious about financial freedom. In other words, finding a job may not be your only option for generating revenue. Some financial gurus advise finding up to 5 different sources of income. Therefore, if you work a 9-to-5 job, congrats! You have one source of money. Now you need to name 4 more. A second source of income is possible. The first strategy is active income, exchanging your time for cash. The alternative method of generating additional revenue is doing it passively, which involves doing the work only once and having the money stream automatically after that. If you choose the first strategy, trading your time for money, you are constrained by the number of hours a day, which is always restricted to 24. Active income, however, may be put into place quite quickly. Additionally, it can help you get started quickly with side hustles like freelancing as a writer, operating an Uber, creating logos on Fiverr.com, etc. Regarding passive income, the common pursuits that bring in cash for you include selling digital products like ebooks and courses, affiliate marketing, stock investment, etc. So, figure out what suits you best and start making those baby steps toward earning a second income. 9. Invest. Investing is the 9th and most forward-looking stage to achieving financial freedom. The first thing is to invest as much as you can as soon as possible, using compounding to your advantage. Next, raise your investments annually by a proportion more than your income growth. Achieving an asset allocation of 50 to 60% in equities as soon as you can is another crucial step. Maintain a 60-40 split between equity and non-equity assets as a general guideline. But feel free to adjust that ratio per your level of risk tolerance. The next practical step is automating your investing using SIPs and not worrying about market timing. Finally, remember to rebalance your portfolio after reviewing it once a year. Conclusion. Finding ways to earn a lot more quickly can provide you the freedom to take your finances to the next level because there are only so many hours in the day. Adding passive income streams with various underlying economics can provide you the freedom to explore them, whether that level is taking a great vacation or purchasing that awesome pair of shoes. Your earnings can be significantly increased, and the gaps left by 9-to-5 employment can be filled by passive income. The suggestions in this book can help you if you want to add another source of income to secure your financial future. It's also acceptable if you enjoy your full-time job. When combined with a 9-to-5 job, the work involved in creating passive income is usually manageable. So yes, you can do both. You'll discover that money can be made in these sectors, whether you want to establish a dropshipping business, your agency, or produce successful content. Getting started is all that is required.
We appreciate you tuning in to one of our captivating audiobooks. For more immersive experiences, here is another audiobook we're certain you'll enjoy. Don't forget to show your support by liking this video, sharing what you loved about this audiobook in the comments section below, and subscribing for more captivating audiobooks like this. Thanks for being a part of our audiobook community.